Hello, everybody. Welcome. I almost got the name of the show. Welcome to After the Credits, number 100. Oh, that did not make as much of a noise as I thought. What the hell?
Yay!
That was supposed to make a noise. Yay! Woo! Firework goes off.
Confetti.
Welcome, everybody. It's incredible to be here. Episode 100. A very long time in the making. I am joined. Deja vu in the house. It's been a while since I've seen these beautiful faces on my screen at the same time, I should say. Taz is back. How are you, Taz? How are you doing?
Hello. I'm doing well, man. It's good to be back. It's been a while, and it feels like I'm back where I belong. So glad that it could be for the 100th episode.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Darth Bunyan is back. Absolutely. The OG co-host of After the Credits. The show would not exist without him, and that is an honest truth. How are you, my friend? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Like Taz, I'm very, very much glad to be back. It has been a long minute, longer than it should have been. So
absolutely.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, no, we had you on.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was talking to Taz about it beforehand. Pretty sure I have an ear infection. Happened like last night, so I was like, "Oh, that's great. I can't really hear out of this ear, so that should be fun." But no, I am incredibly excited to be here. This is our second show to get to 100 episodes, so that's a bit like breaking my mind a little bit. Where it's like, "Oh no, I've done like what is that? 270 podcast episodes just on this channel alone. Not to mention like." all the other work I do for all the other places I do stuff for. So that has been that's like the top of my mind this week, just being like, damn. And I wanted to do like a little customizable intro for this episode. I did not have time. I didn't get around to it, but I was kind of going through earlier episodes that we did, Darth. Especially Darth, because we've done this the longest, obviously. And I was just kind of looking back at the show and what we've done on the show and all the shows we've covered and all the incredible memories, which we will be going down memory lane today. And we looking at the past of the shows we've covered in the last 2.5 years at this point of doing the show.
Long time.
And just like, like I'm not like exaggerating when I kind of said that you were kind of the birthplace of the show, Darth, or at least the show that it was, because like I was just kind of doing these like individual like video things for the show. I was like, okay, I'm talking about Loki, I'm talking about Gen V, because those were the first two we did. And then you were just kind of like, hey, I can do both. Like I could be on for both of those things. And then I was like, oh, let's just combine the both of them. Let's just bring them back, do it for one video. And that has kind of slowly like snowballed into being just like, oh wait, so what other shows are on? Oh, Has Been, this new show that I don't know anything about, like that happened. And like I'm looking back here, like we were like, okay, so there's this.
Still can't thank you enough for that. I still cannot thank you enough for that. That is the best show ever. And when we get round to it, remind me to pull out the artwork, because I literally went to a convention just because people from that were there.
Oh, incredible! We will have a Has Been, yes. Like we will get into it, but like again, like those early things of like Has Been and Invincible. I think back to X-Men '97, which was one of my favorite things doing content in general. Like I had such a good time doing that show with you, and Acolyte and The Boys and Doctor Who and all that jazz. And then Taz, I think back to the early days before this show even got started. Like we were doing Pipeline together, which at first was just kind of early gen After the Credits, because it was us. Those days I cherish very much. Those Gotham Knights, Superman and Lois,
Super Knights.
Flash era of us being up, especially the Gotham Knights Flash era. Gotham
Knights, Superman and Lois. Yeah,
we were up until like 1 to 2 in the morning.
Yeah, doing like regularly 3 hours worth of streams after we sat through both of those episodes. The stream didn't even start till like 10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
And it was just. genuinely might be some of the funnest I've done. Like,
Oh yeah,
content creation, because it's just us shooting the shit. Like
yeah.
no one's watching that shit. No one else was.
No, we might as well be sitting in a Discord call, just
Yeah.
yapping about the show, and we just so happen to record it, and
Yeah, because no one else was watching Gotham Knights. Like,
no,
that was us.
no, we were literally doing it for our own pure entertainment. It's like when you have
Everybody got
it's like
together and decided against it. Like there
Yeah,
was a committee meeting. You guys didn't make it.
yeah, no,
right?
we just missed we missed the memo that day, and we decided
Yeah.
to just yap about this show, and it's like telling a joke that nobody's gonna get, but you tell it anyway because it's so funny to you. That is exactly what those Gotham Knights streams were,
Yeah.
and I would never trade it for anything.
Oh,
It was like the most fun I've ever had on a stream, ever.
I'd kill to go back. Yeah, I know they were so much fun. All right, let me tap in with the comment section here really quickly. Jeffrey said, "Let's go." Jeffrey said 100 hype. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Chris said, "Hey, Darren and Co. Unless it's another solo outing, it is not another solo outing. But methinks this one won't be something about it being the 100 episodes or something." Yes, I have my incredible friends here with me today. What up, Naruto? Taz says hello. Yeah, wasn't there. We were just on chat for yes, we were. Yes, we were. Hi, Taz. Welcome back. Welcome back. How long has it been, Taz? Has it been 2 months? Is that when
It's been at least a couple months. Yeah. I think it's probably 2 months at this point.
Yeah. Hey, party people. What up? What up? And comforts of strangers. Great to see you back here. Jeffrey said hi. Hello. Congrats on 100 episodes. Thank you so much, One Marvel fan. Hope you're doing well. Only on episode 100 would Darren forget the show's name. I did. I almost said Pipeline as I was introing it. I was like, I can't do this. This is episode 100. God damn.
Yeah, maybe next time you'll get it at 200. That's okay.
Yeah, 2 years from now. Yeah.
Just you wait.
Ear infections are the worst. I used to get them a lot when I was younger. Yeah, they're not great. I think it's like a changing of the seasons thing. I think it's the wind in my ear, 7 hours a day out in the cold. It's like, yeah, that's gonna do it. Poor Darren. You're underpaid, Darren. I am. Yes, I am, because I'm not paid at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're getting paid. What the heck?
I'm doing this for the love of the game. Naruto said, "Hey, Darth. Hey, Darth Bunyan, Darren got to the end of the Pond's Doctor Who era." Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I read it wrong. Hey, Darth Bunyan, Darren got to the end of Pond's Doctor. Yes.
Right, Darren did. Right, I was going to say, that is a phenomenal section of Doctor Who.
I'm in my final stretch of David Tennant's era, and I'm sad because I've just, fully, I think, accepted him as the Doctor after David Tennant left. I'm finally oh, he's the Doctor now, and now he's leaving. I'm like, God damn it, I got to do it again.
Right, no, but you still have some time with him before he goes.
Yes,
it's not Amy Pond's gone and he's signed straight off.
Yes, I have about 8, I think 8 or 9 episodes left. So, and soon I have the Day of the Doctor, which I hear is incredible. So I'm excited for that.
That's the special they did. That.
Yes.
I'm
excited.
Sick. I'm excited. That is sick. Still now can pretty much remember it all back to back, and I will still watch it right now with everybody here happily, and enjoy it just as I did the first time.
Yeah, we'll be talking about Doctor Who a bit later. Very nicely gazed tonight. What up, Chris? Congrats on 100, man. Thank you so much, Ben. Shout out to Ben. Ben's been hanging out with us over on After the Credits the last couple weeks as we've been covering It Welcome to Derry, Pluribus, Hasman Hotel. He's been a fantastic host recently, so shout out to Ben. Hope to have you on again soon, my friend. Ronan said, "Oh my freaking God, 100." Congrats, Darren. Thank you so much, my friend. Darren, thoughts on Welcome to Derry last night? What's funny is I knew I didn't have to cover it for today's episode, so I haven't watched it yet. But I'll probably watch it after this.
Are you liking it?
I am adoring it. I am loving it.
Really?
I think it's
yeah, go on.
Go ahead. I think it's one of this year's best TV shows so far.
Really?
I'm adoring it. Yeah.
Is the premise of the show this is it? This is who it is?
We're doing a lot with lore so far. So this is 27 years before the first movie.
Oh, that's
And
it?
each season goes back 27 years. So we're going back and back in time, and we're exploring with the lore of Pennywise and who he is and that jazz. And kind of like the ancestors of some of the characters we follow in the movies. But it's been excellent. I already
You
love the
say
show
each
way more than the
season
movies.
or each episode?
Each season, sorry, yeah, each season is like one era, and then next season they'll jump back even further, and then the third season they'll go back even further, kind of thing.
How many have they said he has? Because like the guy's eternal, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I know they have a 3-season plan. So
Okay. That's cool.
I mean, I guess they have said how far they go back. They kind of show. I think they said like it's like 1,000 years or something. Like they kind of show the flashback of it. Not to spoil it for anyone who wants to watch, but yeah, they're like playing with lore and like where we're going with the character. So it's very, very fun.
Okay. Well, that's my cue to watch it. You said it's good, so I need to watch it.
Yes, very strong. Thanks, man. Hope to be on soon. Absolutely, my friend. Darren, brace yourselves for Dairy episode 6. I am excited. I'm very excited to check it out. What, 3 more left of the season? Yes, this season is in 1960. 100%. All right. I think we just need to hop right into it though, because we have a lot of shows to go over. About this time last year, I think last year we did it a little later into the year. I think it was the last episode of 2025.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
And like as I was kind of brainstorming like what I wanted the 100th episode to be, I was like, well, both land in October. I may as well just combine the 2 episodes, and I can use this as an excuse to look back at the show's history, look back at everything we've covered over the years, reevaluate things that have got new seasons since we last ranked them, look back at the shows we've covered, and also add new shows that we have watched. Because we've watched, especially me and you, Taz, we've watched a lot of new shows this year. A lot of very good stuff. Some not so good stuff sometimes. Some of the stuff we didn't even finish. There were like sometimes where it's like, oh, we covered one episode, and then we just never went back. And I was like, well, I gotta put it on here.
That really?
What was that?
Wow.
More than we. There's like more. Like even that one. Like at least we watched like a good several. Like there's some like.
Yeah, I watched every episode but the last one.
Like I covered the first episode of Wednesday this season. I never went back.
Have you watched like it? That. It's good. I like it.
I still have not. But
dude, I literally went and played like 60 hours worth of Last of Us.
You did
because of our show, which is insane.
That's sick.
Gosh. Okay. So we are going to.
That's something I still haven't watched yet, if I'm honest.
Okay. Fair.
Really?
Understandable.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let me switch the screens here. Let me fix this up a little bit. Okay. So this was our list last year. This is where we left us, which was a decent amount of shows still. We had got through a lot of shows previously with a year and a half's time. But I kind of just want to go through these, go down memory lane, see which ones got new seasons, and even the ones that didn't get new seasons, just kind of looking back at our like memories of the show. And I cannot think of a better way to start this 100th episode than Superman and Lois. One of the shows that, again, Taz kind of jet started what the show would be all the way back over on Pipeline.
Yeah.
The show that finished off the Arrowverse legacy and that era, which, again, was the whole reason I started making content in the first place. And we voted last year S tier, I think, across the board. I think we all voted S tier.
Oh yeah. The only way to have it.
There's been no new content with Superman and Lois, obviously, but how do we kind of feel looking back at the show? Is there any changes any of us would make in terms of our ranking? And how do we feel just kind of looking back on it?
No, I mean, not at all. Like, it is literally in the perfect spot. I think the fact that it was such a different and fresh, fresh series from what we were used to with a lot of the CW shows and everything like that. And the fact that it was the last standing remnant of the original kind of Arrowverse there, it was such a fitting way to end the fact that we actually got a proper full-fledged ending for it as well, it felt so much more finite than even any of the other Arrowverse finales. Like, Flash finale, again, good ending. Arrow finale, good ending. Supergirl finale, good ending. Legends didn't get to wrap up properly, but Superman and Lois, we got a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, it was a full story. Like, yes, there could have been more told in it, but like, I could not think of a better spot for it than at the top of S tier, and it's so meaningful to the audience. It's so meaningful to the show. It's so meaningful to us because, like you said, that's one of the first shows that we covered back on Pipeline when we first started kind of doing after shows. So it will always have a very special place in my heart, and I think where it is perfect. I would never change it.
No, I fully agree. There will never be, I don't know, I think there's going to be very few shows that will recreate the magic for me, at least enjoying that show. I'm actually going through it again right now with my friends, Lance and Jake. Like, we're going through it again, and it's been an incredible journey. Rewatching especially that first season. That season is such this special bottled experience, especially at the time watching that show like for the first time and just being like, oh, it's these shows I love, but they're doing it differently. They're not doing it the same way they've been doing it for the last like 6 or 7 years. And yeah, how it ends, I like, we had a blast talking about season 3, Taz, and then when we kind of got to season 4, like that was such an emotional experience, like slowly saying goodbye to that show, and the way it wraps up is also so perfect in my opinion.
It is. Dude, and I made such a, like, it's still one of my favorite videos to this day, the finale video that I made for Superman and Lois. Like, it's, again, such a perfect bookend, and you don't get to see shows like this wrap up. Out of all of the shows on that list, how many shows ended as properly as Superman and Lois? How many shows were given that time of day?
Yeah. I think it's the only show on this list that has a good finale. I guess the Penguin.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like, most of them are still going. And then I guess, the Penguin, Cobra Kai, which we'll talk about Cobra Kai, Taz. I'm excited to talk to you about that. But yeah, how about you, Dark? Do you have any thoughts on
absolute assault all around high school is just encouraged? Superman and Lois, phenomenal show, honestly, as we've said. Even the way they kept like baiting and switching us, which was really good, until it becomes something we knew was coming, and then we were still surprised by certain things that like they were just telegraphing to us that was coming. Michael Cudlett's absolute great choice for Lex. I was questioning it a little bit. I didn't, not his talent or anything like that, just whether it was the right fit to have what we see as what I see as like an engineer, mechanic Lex Luthor, as opposed to like the kind of boardroom brainiac that does everything like in behind closed doors and sends everyone else to go take care of everything. You know what I mean? It was more of a much more hands-on Lex, and I liked that. It was sick. That fight in the street with all the red sun lights.
Yeah,
that was so cool, man. I genuinely didn't think the show would have the balls to do something like that, and they just gave it to us, and it was really quite gritty as well for a Superman thing, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
Everybody did a perfect job. Even the kid that came in to replace Jordan after the switch, when he went off to go and take care of his mental health, which is massively important.
Yes.
I genuinely struggle to think of any missteps that they had. And them having John Henry was a
incredible,
perfect choice for me. The great back and forth and brotherhood that they shared was really good. Because I didn't really think about it at the time, but because of how, I don't want to say dour, but the guy lived through an apocalypse, kind of. Do you know what I mean? Like a Superman apocalypse. So he has every right to be just little bit grumpy, you know?
Yeah.
So having that like play off of Superman is a little bit like Batman-y in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like the light and the dark, and like Superman being like quite happy and upbeat, and then you got just just an angry mechanic just working in the dark. It was great. I wouldn't put it anywhere else, honestly.
Yeah, agreed. All right, our next one here, and I know we could go down a rabbit hole on this one, because we haven't talked about it yet this season, but retained thoughts on it. Has Been Hotel has just wrapped up its second season. I've been covering it, the second season, with Ben and with Marley here last couple weeks. Now, last year we put it at S, and I do remember me like pushing back on the S tier a little bit. But okay, here we go. What do we got there, friend?
I'm pretty sure I showed these when I got them, but I am definitely showing them again.
Okay. Oh, very nice.
Right?
That hits harder now that we've seen the new season as well.
Yeah, they were seeing things not everyone was seeing.
Uh-huh. Incredible.
Right?
Incredible. My boy Lucifer, incredible.
And
speaking of Arrowverse, Jeremy John.
Yeah, really.
Or Jeremy Jordan,
and this one got sealed and signed.
Ooh.
So in the pilot,
that's cool.
Elsie Lovelock was the singing voice.
Gotcha.
Of Charlie.
Incredible.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2. Okay. Sorry, go on.
No, I think I overall enjoyed. What's that?
Have you kept that?
Yes. We covered every episode for the show, and I think I enjoyed season 2. I think just about as much as I enjoyed season 1, but like for different reasons, I guess. Like I think it has like different strengths and different weaknesses. Like I think both seasons have like things that really worked for me, and then some things that maybe didn't work for me as much. But it was one hell of a ride. Like I really enjoyed the ride of season 2. I know I know this show isn't for everybody. It's not everyone's cup of tea. There's a lot of discourse online about the show, but I think especially just the music is what brings me back in every season. Like I think the plot itself sometimes are kind of just like not always the strongest plots, but like the music is so palpable and so much fun, and I'm continuously expanding that playlist that we talked about last year. So I'm loving the music.
Like the music is S tier on its own, right?
Yeah.
Especially, do you know how many times I played Losing Streak since the episode came out?
Oh, Losing Streak is incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Right? What I think works for the show, because of how short each episode is, right? What works for the show is the plot in structure is very simple, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like people need to be redeemed because enemy force A with secret enemy force B. Do you know what I mean? Like there's 20-minute episodes, so they're not going to come in with 15-minute monologues from a single person that's going to reach the Oscars. Do you know what I mean? But the key, the thing for the works of the show is the questions and dialogue that it brings in. Expand it even more. Do you know what I mean? Like the theological and moral discussions that you and I were having about Has Been Hotel.
Oh, we had we were getting deep with it. We were going very far into it. And like I do think that's one of my things I do think will always hold has been a little back for me is those run times, and it is those episode counts. Like I think the show could really, really benefit from like at least a 10 episode season, also, I think the season being over in 4 weeks is just such a shame. Like, we have to wait like 2 years for those seasons to come out for them to be over in like a month's time is so discouraging.
So, do you remember the leak happened?
No, I don't think I do actually.
Right. So a leak happened with the script for season 2 and what was happening. Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then they said because that's happening, it would be a disservice to everybody involved.
Yeah.
They changed what would happen.
Sure.
Can you imagine what we would have got before, considering how right this felt and how much this tied everything together? And
yeah,
like, who the hell knows? I'm not going to go and look because, again, like they said, that just isn't right, you know?
Yeah.
But the conversation of Sir Pentious alone, right? When you think his biggest crime per se was inaction, but then can you really measure lives in the same way, right? Say, for example, he fails to save a young woman that is at the hands of Jack the Ripper, right? To then get redemption, he then saves a denizen of hell who has been put there for a reason. Like, I don't think Osiris is going to be weighing those scales quite evenly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, how they see that as the same is very interesting, right? Plus, then now that Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss are both at Amazon and they're working to push them to be in the same universe.
I'm excited for that. Yeah.
The questions of overlords, like devils, do you know what I mean? Because we have multiple. There's Lucifer, there's Beelzebub, there's Satan, there's Memnon or whoever. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's different devils. They all have their own different guys. Like the idea of Vox trying to fight Satan, or even any of like the Ers Goetia and their family. Can you imagine? Like, as outrageous as Stolas is, like, he's not one to play with when he has his grimoire, you know? So, I don't know. The whole thing's fascinating, and they have limitless potential. Especially because they've created so much of a world with about 40 episodes of 20 minutes each at most. And most of those are in Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, no. I'm excited to see more of this world. I'm loving it. It's not a perfect show for me, but really? I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. Now, we put it in S this time, and I won't fight you on it if you want to keep it there.
It's days. Okay, question. I have a question, right? And I'm dying. I'm dying to know what you think. So Lilith, right?
Okay.
So this is another thing with deifying a person who actually is still alive. Everybody puts their own interpretations on their actions without any clarification being given, right? So do you think that the rising that Lilith was doing was as inspirational and for reformation of character and your soul in the same way that Charlie is thinking? Or do you think that Vox was right and it was all about an uprising to take on the power of hell? And then the question is, if it's like Charlie or if it's like Vox, why would she give up either to sit on a beach while countless lives are slain because of that?
I'm so fascinated because it seems like next season's finally the season. It's like they have teased that next season's very Morningstar based, like Morningstar family based. They waited the whole season to do another tease with her at the end, and next season's fully like doing it. And like I did really enjoy this season, like everyone kind of using like Lilith's words as like propaganda for their own self-righteous, like that was really fun. So yeah, I'm definitely really curious to see where we're going with Lilith. I'm wondering if she's gonna be like the main villain, or maybe not even villain, but let's just like antagonist of the season next season, or that's gonna go to someone else completely. But yeah,
have you seen? So you think? So you say antagonist. So you think Vox was more right than Charlie?
Last season? No.
2. I'm saying 2.
No. Yeah. No.
But you say antagonist for 3.
I
but
think
you don't.
I think Lilith will. I think Lilith will be the antagonist for 3.
Yeah. So do you think Vox was right about Lilith then, or not, or Charlie?
I don't know. I
Well,
think
you say antagonist, so it means for me,
Yeah.
it feels like you're leaning towards Vox.
I could see. I don't think anyone knows completely what her motives was. Like, I think they're probably both a little right.
Do you know who we haven't seen yet?
God.
Interesting you say that, right? Because that was going to be something I was going to bring up next. We haven't seen Eve.
You know who I think Eve is, though? You know my like cockpit theory on Eve is?
Sarah.
I think Eve's Rosie.
Rosie. The cannibal.
Yes, the one that owns Alistair's soul. Because I like, to me, it doesn't make like, why does Rosie have the power to make someone the most powerful sinner in hell? Maybe it's because she's the first sinner ever, and that's what gives her that ability.
Who knows who knows, like, say for example, right, there are cultures that believe that when you consume a person, that you consume their soul as well.
Yeah.
So who's to say that the cannibal of hell isn't amassing power through just eating dudes? So that could be a way that she could do it.
Agreed.
So she's in an overlord with she's networked with the other overlords of hell. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you had that dude in her as a part of her colleagues, that literally other people were looking at him and then screaming and setting themselves on fire. You know what I mean? He's that level of power, and she's on the same table as him. You know what I mean? So she has power.
Agreed. All right. We have a lot of shit
before we move on
today. Okay.
Yes, I do apologize. Before we move on,
yes,
there are people, I don't know whether it's fan fiction, a part of the leaks, or this, that, or the other, but there are pictures of people's interpretation of God on Has Been Hotel.
Okay.
And Michael.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters I still want to see. God is the one where I'm like, there was almost an entire war with heaven. There was like an attack on heaven. Where the fuck is God?
I'm getting real supernatural vibes with this one.
Same.
I didn't like their feeling. I'm really hoping that he knows everything's going to work out. That there's going to be some kind of symbiosis, and I think it will come down to like choice.
Okay. The thing about God, though, is some would say he's very... You like that one?
That was good.
I had to sneak it in there somewhere.
That was good. That was good. I think because of the title card alone, Invincible deserves to stay in S tier as well. Like,
yeah,
Invincible is easily my favorite animated thing that has come out in the last decade, maybe more. Like, that might be, you know, outside of like a lot of the cartoons and stuff that I watched when I was younger. Like, I think Invincible is probably one of the best like next to Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I think would be like my next, you know, favorite animated project that's not like, you know, your SpongeBob or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Invincible is great. I mean, I think season 2 had some missteps for me. But I think season 3, especially since we covered it all throughout,
I had a
I
blast covering it with you
really
guys.
enjoyed actually covering it for the first time. It was a show that I watched, didn't really talk about it online a lot because I was always behind. So it was but it was a nice little change of pace to actually watch it as it was coming out, know what the stories from the comics are that they're drawing from. I did my big research and everything like that before season 3 came out, and I had a lot of fun covering it, and I think we're heading into some really fun territory now with season 4.
Yeah.
Did it get
Couple
renewed
months
for
away.
season 5 as well? They said that they're starting work on season 5,
I
like
think
voiceover.
they've been renewed for 4 and 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's great that they just are like, just
Yeah.
keep it rolling. Like, I think this show
Yeah.
has the potential to go, what, 6, 7, 8 seasons?
I think they said 7 seasons is the plan, and then I would not be shocked that they start adapting maybe some of the spin-off comics they got going on now and stuff like that. No, I think we said last year, like, I don't know if Invincible is like a 10 out of 10 show for me always. I think there's some little things I can point out here and there.
But I think overall, though,
I think out of the shows we have right here, I think it belongs in S. And like, I think they've really proved themselves in season 3. Season 3 was my personal least favorite season, I think. But like, in the way that like Breaking Bad's my least favorite season of that show is its worst season, where it's like, well, yeah, but it's a brilliant show. Like, it's
and that's when you know that something's good. Is like, even when it's your least favorite season of a show, even if you still really enjoyed it, then you're like, okay, then if that's the low bar, then we've got nothing to worry about. I think for me, I would probably rank them 1, 3, 2, but that's just a personal preference thing. I think that there was some cool storylines and things like that happened in 3. But yeah, I mean, Invincible is that. I think this show is going to last for a while, and like, they're getting a game now, a one-on-one fighting game, and I think that there's also talks potentially of like an actual AAA version of this universe coming out at some point. And you know what I'd love to see? Not to mention the movie.
I don't want
you know what I would actually love to see? I know we've talked about it in direct messages and stuff before, but the game Dispatch that just recently came out and everything, wouldn't you love to see a game set in the Invincible universe in that like Telltale style? I think Dispatch looked very similar art style wise to Invincible. And I think that proves that something of that caliber could work in a Telltale style of game, and I think that would be a really good way to get around the like, oh, well, you can't really lose a fight in an Invincible game if you're playing as Invincible, because that would be kind of weird. So that kind of gets around that one little drawback or that caveat to actually making a game in that universe.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I still need to start it. It's been on.
I do too.
And I'm so excited. I have a bot now. It's in my library. I just need to.
Really?
I need to finish my last game. I can start this one.
I've just been waiting for it to go on sale. I don't think it went on sale for the holiday. I think it's been like
cheap.
hard price fixed at 30. Yeah, I know. I know
bad.
that 30's not bad, especially for what
it's
is it? 5
it's
or
8
episodes?
chapters. It's 8 chapters. Each one's an hour long. So it's 8 hours of content for $30. So it's not.
Oh, that's
bad,
great then. No,
which is
that's
why
not bad
I
at
just
all.
did it. I was like, oh yeah, that's a solid deal.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting it to be like a $50 or $60 game with the amount of content that's in it. That's a side tangent though. Okay, Darth. X-Men 97. Still probably my favorite show we've covered on this show, to be honest. I think this is my favorite journey that we've gone on. I had a blast week to week talking about X-Men 97. It's coming back soon, coming back next summer for its second season. I will convince you to watch this show someday. Watch it.
Like I said, I've watched half of the first episode, maybe. I think.
Yeah, my pitch for you, if you're around then, my pitch is like 1 episode a week until it comes out,
Yeah.
until the new
Yeah.
season. Because
Yeah.
because
I
I
can
think
try to
you'd
do
really
that.
be into it. Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that.
We haven't had anything else from it, Darth. Do you think it should stay in S?
Oh, absolutely. Much in the same way as Invincible. I mean, Invincible uses the full hour. I don't think X-Men 97 was that long, was it?
There were like 30-minute episodes.
Yeah, but they told like they used the fact that the people are a lot older, so they told like quite adult stories,
more mature stories. Yeah.
Yeah, and they went very, very, very deep with it, especially with like Magneto on Genosha. You know,
I won't spoil it for Taz because I want him to enjoy that episode blind. But episode 5 might be one of my favorite episodes of any show. Like, I was so enamored what they did in episode 5. I think that's a perfect episode of TV. And I don't remember me ever being so like shocked after watching a TV episode, so speechless after watching a TV episode. It is brilliant.
They've definitely given Nightcrawler a new bar to go. Like, they have to top that now in either Doomsday or Secret Wars. They have to. There's no way they're not. Alan Cumming 100% saw that scene and was like, okay, well, he beat me. Now I got to beat him, because he was up there with his X2, right? That's not even in the conversation anymore. X-Men 97's Nightcrawler.
Oh, it's
was
brilliant.
Disgustingly good. Oh my god.
And how the show did their intros. This is like a slight spoiler, Taz, I guess. But each intro of X-Men 97 is different. And
interesting.
Tease is either something in this episode, or maybe an upcoming episode. And so each episode you're like, wait, why is that character there? Wait, why is that character there? Sometimes a character would go away for a bit and they would be subbed in with a different character, and we didn't know it yet, and they're just in the intro. It's like, what are they doing here? What? That's crazy. So it's that like theorizing, like just in the intro alone is one of my favorite experiences I've had in the last couple of years of like TV. So yeah, no, it's become one of my favorite shows of all time. Okay, we've already talked about this universe a good bit. I don't want to spend too much time on this one. But Hell of a Boss, we've had no new seasons. Are we keeping it at S tier?
Yes.
Okay.
I gotta say, that has done just as much for the universe as has been, because like a friend of mine said that he wasn't enjoying Has Been as much until he watched Hell of a Boss. And then now he loves Has Been more and like goats Hell of a Boss.
I'm really excited for season 3. It took me. I was not a fan of season 1. Season 3 really won me over, and I'm excited to see what they have in store, especially now that they're at Amazon. Okay, this is a you only show, Darth. Shogun, no new season yet. I should get caught up before season 2 comes out.
Genuinely do.
Hype on that.
Genuinely do. Taz, have you not seen this either?
No.
Oh my god, I implore you. Anybody that hasn't seen this show, when I say damn near perfect, like the only thing that I didn't like was the Englishman. Like, it was the guy like that was just like, oh yes, I'm English, right? Other than that, right? Perfect show. Like the level of detail and love that went into the location, the costumes, the everything that they were doing, and oh my god, yeah, I cannot praise it highly enough. Put this high in your to-do list, right? I promise you, because it was a perfect show, right? Because it's a book, right? And they bookend it perfectly. And then now they're doing a goddamn season 2 because of how well they did, and everyone loved it.
But yeah.
So I don't care how anyone feels about season 2, right? I just need everybody to watch season 1 and get it.
I'll get around to it. I'm waiting for season 2 to come out. I assume that's next year because it's been a while since that first season came out, but we'll see.
What is it on? Is it on HBO or
Disney Plus?
Oh, Disney Plus. Oh, interesting.
Yes, it was a Hulu show. It was like an FX show, I think.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes, FX, yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking
Hiroyuki Sanada. Sorry. There is a reason everybody loves Hiroyuki Sanada as an actor. Okay, that is demonstrated in said show.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking about shows that were only meant to have one season, but now we're unsure. The Penguin, season 1, been about a year since we covered that show.
Yeah.
Taz, this is kind of when you were kind of coming back into the show. I think you kind of caught us halfway through.
Yeah.
The show. Another show I had a blast on. This is, to me, another perfect season of TV. I think one of the only pure perfect seasons of comic book television. A show that I legitimately have like zero criticism of. I think I might be the only one where I'm like, there are zero problems. Only in the way.
I think it's the fact that too, it didn't even feel like a comic book TV show. Like if you didn't know that this was set in like the Matt Reeves Batman universe, and you're just like, yeah, it's kind of like a crime syndicate, like mob boss, like Sopranos adjacent series, you would enjoy it. Like I think you could get anybody that is not a comic book fan to enjoy a show like this. It was so well made, so well acted. Set design, props, costuming, everything was so perfect in this one. You could really tell, like, okay, if we use that HBO budget well, like, we can make some actual masterpiece series for shows set in the DC universe. And, like, think about even the difference in quality of the Penguin versus something like Peacemaker. Like, Peacemaker is higher quality than, a CW show or a lot of the, DC Universe era shows. But then the Penguin is a whole other upper echelon of that. And I think just for the creative aspect of it alone, it deserves to be where it is.
Yeah.
But
agreed.
I think it's one of those things that does not need a season 2 because we don't need to keep giving sequels to everything.
I still have PTSD about what happened at the end. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, they were perfect, and he had his back. That's the whole reason he stayed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would rather HBO give me like a new series and set in Gotham that's not the Penguin. Give me that Catwoman spinoff or something.
Or give me the GCPD series with following Gordon. We had Gotham, but this is a different Gotham 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to love. Sorry, just quickly. I would love later on in a Matt Reeves Batman when what was the kid's name?
Oh shit.
It's not Frank. I keep saying Frank. It's not Frank.
That's not it. No.
In a Batman movie, like when they're trying to take down the Penguin, I want them to find his body and that be why.
Oh, Victor,
yes. Yeah. I need them to find Victor and that be the downfall of the Penguin when he's up in his iceberg mode.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
What are you talking about? I don't know nothing about no kid.
Okay. This next one I know could get long-winded, so keep that in mind.
I'm gonna keep this one brief.
The Acolyte. I know you two are both big on the Acolyte.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this brief, but we know my thoughts. Like I made a whole love letter to this show that everybody hated. So if you want my more in-depth thoughts, you can find that video. That's almost a year and a half, almost 2 years ago at this point, which is insane to think about. The Acolyte shook up Star Wars like nothing else. Like, I haven't seen the fan base so divided since episode 8 came out, which is insane. But I thought it was actually a really good piece of television. Like, it was different than all of the other Star Wars Disney Plus shows that had come out. Like, I like it more than Andor. I like it more than in some aspects more than some of the portions of Kenobi that were not as interesting to me. Like, I think that it explored a very, very fresh, very new point in the timeline that you would only really know about if you read the High Republic books. I think it had a really strong villain. I think the main character or characters were maybe not as fleshed out as well as you could do. I think that definitely there were some conflicting pieces of canon with established lore and all of that, and you can argue about Ki-Adi-Mundi's birthday until until the end of time. But I think at its core, it was something different. It was Disney allowing a creative to take a risk with something that unfortunately didn't pan out in the eyes of the vocal, minority or majority of fans online. We can't really tell if, the general consensus of the general audience is that it was a bad show or not. All I know is, as a hardcore Star Wars fan, I will say this until the end of time, that I am more so a Star Wars fan than anything else. Like, I would pick Star Wars over DC and Marvel any day of the week. I still really enjoyed this show. I think there are a lot of redeeming elements and a lot of redeeming qualities about it. And if you look at it as just a different perspective of the story, then I see no problem with it. So I think solid A tier, again, not without its flaws, but I think it's a really solid series, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I think it should be higher.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I think both of you gave it S's last time, and I was like standard on my like B or C.
So,
I think I brought it down.
Okay. So
Yeah.
It was authoritative. It was authoritarian. Okay.
Mhm.
Dictatorship. I appreciate that. Okay.
It was like in the middle. Yeah. I mean, listen though, like the
Darth
Acolyte.
Plagueis, dude.
The Acolyte is one of the weirdest shows to me because I am in the middle of literally everyone I've ever talked to, because people either love the Acolyte like you guys,
Yeah.
or they fucking hate the Acolyte, and I'm here in the middle being like,
And they think that the Acolyte like killed their dog is how they act.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Those
like,
people are talking no sense. Just saying. Just
Like-
saying. They're talking no sense.
oh no, it is ridiculous. And like by the end of the day, I was defending the show. Like, and like I do find myself leaning more on I liked it than I didn't, especially after like me making a video being like, hey, let's not celebrate a thing getting canceled that people love. And people
Oh
being
yeah, I
like,
forgot about that
"How
too. Is
dare
everybody was like,
you?" It's like, dude,
Yeah.
fuck off. Like this is like it. Like that show made me almost want to quit watching Star Wars for the fandom alone, because I was like, you guys suck. You guys
Okay.
really
again,
suck.
at the end of the day, Star Wars fans are the
goddamn Wookiee. That alone puts it in S tier.
Yeah.
A Jedi Wookiee. Everybody's
Yeah.
wanted to see that since Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right?
mean, there are
We
a
had
lot of
the
new things, a
idea-
lot of cool things, but
the
yeah.
idea that it could have absolutely changed the face of how the combat of lightsaber fighting could happen with martial combat with the fighting, right? Because up until now, because it's been a father, a deadbeat dad fighting his farm boy son who hasn't had any training from the academy that he grew up in, right? Which itself is a diluted version of the training that like people needed like thousands of years ago, which would have been much, much higher. Everybody's skill with the lightsabers and the Force gets bigger and better and stronger the further back you go, because that was the culture at the time. It was just like non-stop wars fighting lightness over darkness. What we got in the original Star Wars was when the dark side has won and there's just no good guys. And in episodes 1 to 3, we have the Jedi complacent and just out fighting bounty hunters and stuff. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't the Sith about like they had been. Do you know what I mean? They used to have armies of people with red lightsabers charging at people with blue and green lightsabers and all the colors in between. They needed that level of combat, and to see it was sick. like you said, the person that made the Acolyte was a fan, and what they're a fan of is Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, but specifically 2. Okay, and that one genuinely talks about what most of the Acolyte is about, and it is perspective. Like you said.
What I said was true from a certain point of view.
Yeah, right. And like, I really hope and I really see in the same way that Jar Jar got like and the prequels themselves got like a revamp of energy and positivity and things like that. In a number of years, not that it should have goddamn taken that long, but in a number of years, Star Wars fans, the people that are like, oh, I could have got some money or some fame by trashing the shit out of it. People pay attention to me. Second, all that goes away. Yeah, and they pull their head out of their ass. This show is going to get some genuine love, right?
Yeah, because you know exactly that's exactly what's going to happen, right? Is somebody who hated the show is going to come out of the woodwork and be like, I rewatched The Acolyte, and it's not as bad as you thought. And put together a video saying, oh, this was good, that was good, oh, this was misunderstood at the time, we all got caught up in the hate train, and it's actually not that bad, and I see the beauty in what could have been with the show. And again, as I think that the last point here, and then I'll let you move on, is I think that the hate, I know, I'm sorry, I think that the hate of The Acolyte was swept up in something that had absolutely nothing to do with the show either. It had to do with people perceiving the show as having some sort of agenda and perceiving the creator and the actors and stuff in a specific light that is completely spun out of context and out of proportion to what was actually going on at the time. And I think it was just Star Wars fans being tired of where Star Wars was, and this was the latest Star Wars thing to come out, and they were like, I hate the new things, I only want to see the old things. But even when you get the old things, people were still hating on Kenobi. You know? It's like, you can't make Star Wars fans happy. I think the only thing in recent memory, the only new thing in recent memory that fans have like somewhat universally agreed on as being good is Ahsoka. And I think Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, and Mandalorian.
Even then, like those.
Even that,
like,
I have to defend. Mandalorian, I still have to defend. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I think Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Anything after season 2, I had quite a few problems with season 3. I think the show actually should have ended with season 2, kind of, or at least should not have been what we got in season 3. But that's a story for another time. That's a story for another time.
Yeah, we'll have to talk Mando when we get to the movie next year.
Yeah,
because I do have thoughts about what they're doing. Okay, Taz. I am excited to talk to you about this one because we didn't get to talk about it. Obviously, shortly here. Cobra Kai, one of my favorite shows of all time. Last time we talked about this, you had not seen any of the season.
No. And I had even been avoiding trailers for it because I didn't want it spoiled.
I had saw part 1 of the season.
No.
And tell me what the grouping was because I don't remember like what dropped.
5 and 5. So they did the 5, the second 5, and then the final 5. Of course, like under the scope of like a year and a half, I'm pretty sure it was a large gap. They may as well have been like 3 separate or at least 2 separate seasons. The way it's grouped up. And I was kind of coming out pretty negative because I did not like part 1. Part 1, I think, is my least favorite batch of episodes of the whole show.
It's a little slow. It's more so just like reestablishment and build up.
It's a lot of the teen drama stuff that sometimes doesn't always work. It reverts certain characters back to their season 1 counterparts.
Yeah.
And even as you transition to part 2, like there's still a lot of that stuff in that DNA I'm like, I don't know. But the final, I'll say 2 episodes of part 2. And then the third part of that goddamn arc is some of the coolest television I have ever seen in my entire life. That final 5 especially is insanity. It is some of the hypest I have ever been while watching a TV show. Spoilers for Cobra Kai, but when
Mom, stop watching right now.
when Miguel comes out, has rejoined Cobra Kai, but now at the power of good, and we have fixed Cobra Kai all along. Johnny as his sensei once more.
Dude, getting them to just seeing them in the Cobra Kai geese again, like
in the background. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best endings. What's that?
As the show ended.
It is over. Yeah.
If you don't count, if you don't count the movie that came out afterwards, which I actually saw as well, I didn't hate it, but I was like, this is like kind of like a Disney. It felt like a Disney Channel original movie in my mind. I did too.
There was very clearly two movies there.
Mm-hmm.
There was the first half, and then there was an executive that said, "Oh, we need Cobra Kai stuff in here. Let's bring in Daniel," which I love. Daniel, he's my of course. I love him.
But I don't think he was necessary at all.
He wasn't. It would have been better.
And I think the back half of the movie was rushed too.
It's a different movie.
It just No, I don't know. Like I kind of liked it. Like I liked the cast. I think this cast should probably come back. I think it was pretty cool. But yeah. Anyway. Back to the show though. Yeah. Go ahead.
So it didn't finish with a whole bunch of arrests being made for assault and then child endangerment.
No, but a couple people died though. So like,
Jesus Christ,
that was kind
of child endangerment charges still weren't filed.
In fairness, there probably should have been because the child did fall on a knife and die.
I mean, that was a self-inflicted wound.
But it was a nice adult, so that he did not keep on him. So that is on him.
Yes, but it was like an ancient blade because we also did very mystical, magical stuff. And why was Masuka in this show? Did you know that? Did you see the credits that the present day version? Fun fact of the old grandfather sensei is the actor who plays Masuka.
Wow.
Yeah. Very awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Also, this reminded me that I really would have loved a Kreese prequel series, and I still think we should get it. I still think we should get a John Kreese prequel series with the younger actor. Yeah.
Maybe. I just think we saw so much of that guy.
We did.
I'm fine laying it to rest.
Yeah.
I felt very satisfied when he blew himself up on a yacht.
I don't think he's dead.
No, he has to be dead.
You know what?
We can't.
Funny thing is, I wasn't on that yacht.
So funny. I need to keep it at A though. I love it so much, but it does have too many of these little things. I
don't know. I would argue it S. I think that Cobra Kai is actually the best revival of a beloved classic project that I've seen. I have said it so many times that Cobra Kai is what the Star Wars sequel trilogy should have been, where you respect the past, but respect the past and embrace the future. That's exactly what it is. There's
too much little things that I can't. I love it with all my heart and soul. It is the funnest show on the face of the planet. I don't know if I can say S tier though. How did we?
That's what he said better.
What's that?
I haven't even seen Cobra Kai, and I gotta say, where he says respect the past, but respect the lore and everything of the past, but like work on the future. X-Men 97 did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put this. The first person who comments gets to put it. Taz says S. I'm sticking with A. Darth, have you seen it? You haven't seen it, right?
No. I just want to throw a spanner in the works and say C.
All right. First person who comments gets to no, Taz. No. Yeah. All right. Deal's a deal.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it though. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I'm okay with it. Okay. I'm gonna pair these two together. Because we're already at an hour mark and we need to get through some of these. The Boys, Gen V. We had no new season of The Boys. I think we can leave that where it is. Gen V did have a new season though. We talked one episode of that. Darth.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should stay at A. I love it a lot. I really do. Season 2 wasn't perfect, but I fucked with it a lot still. I think it's a lot of fun. And I'm excited to kind of see where we're going with the boys. Would you agree keeping it at A, or do you want to move it up or down?
I'm happy to keep it. I mean, I think I would say that it was pretty damn near perfect. Like that stuff with Kate. Like I just didn't like the villain at the end. Wasn't a fan of him. I don't know what it is.
Fair.
If I don't know if
You
it
don't
was
like
somebody else, maybe it'd go. I argue to put it in S tier, but yeah, I'm happy with it. It was very, very good though. Very, 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 very good. And I need more of those characters in the boys because, if I'm being completely honest with you, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, couldn't give a fuck about Jared Padalecki in it. 50-50 on Misha Collins, okay? But we already have enough people, enough threads, enough characters, enough of everything without having a circle jerk with the Kripke fam, you know? Like, I don't need that.
Wait, they're in the boys or they're in Gen V?
The boys.
They're going to be in the boys.
Okay.
Main three,
Okay.
and also another cast member.
And Bobby. And let's not forget Bobby's already there, right?
Yeah, so
He's already had
members
freaking Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
At 5, Jeffrey Dean Morgan too. So 5 cast members. Jesus. Yeah, I need to see how they do it. I don't want it to just feel like Supernatural, the sequel. Like, I think those guys need to just... Okay, here's my pitch for them, and then we have to move on. Just make movies.
Gotham Knights season 2. What?
Just make Supernatural movies. Those guys clearly just want to keep doing Supernatural. They love each other so much. Do like a series of movies. So like you don't have to always be filming like 24/7 like they were during Supernatural. Do a movie every 3 years. You get to do your little reunion specials, and then
they could do alternate universes. Yeah, like Sam and Dean, but they didn't die. And like this is what they're up to. You know what I mean? That would be good.
Wait, they died at the end? What? No.
They're humans.
I still need to watch.
They're in a show with angels and demons and God.
I still need to watch it. Wait, so am I correct in this? Did I see something like it's leaving Netflix soon?
All the CW shows are leaving Netflix this week.
And going where?
I think most of them are going to the Prime and HBO Max. Like I think they're
okay. So they're gonna go somewhere. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm actually very happy about. Like I'm kind of excited for all the Arrowverse shows to eventually end up on HBO Max. Like it makes me happy that hopefully all the shows will be at home because Batwoman's been there for years, Stargirl, Superman's been there for years. I hated them all split up. So hopefully slowly get them all in one place again. That'd be nice.
All right, so what you're telling me is once Supernatural finds a new home, Darren, we have to actually watch the entire show, all 15 seasons.
We have to do weekly one episode.
Yes. Could we get through the whole... So, okay, New Year's resolution. Could we potentially, in between everything else, get through 15 seasons of Supernatural in 1 year?
Oh, no.
Easy.
Oh, in 1 year?
Wait, once a week, one episode a week?
One a week or like one a day?
No. So like get through every season by the end of the year.
I mean, if you binge watched, you could.
Not with everything else going on. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, you're right. There's like 23 episode seasons. That's insane.
Bro.
Okay, let's give ourselves a couple years. So 2 or 3 years from now.
Hold on.
For episode like 300 of the show.
I think there's more than 300. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, I'm saying episode 300 of our show, of this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so by episode 300, we will have all of Supernatural watched.
I've watched most of it. I've seen like, 8 seasons maybe?
I think I've started the first episode multiple times, and I haven't.
Okay.
I've started...
There are 327
Okay.
episodes.
Okay, so that's just one episode a day for the next year. That's not bad at all.
You say that, right? Some of those seasons do not match up in quality with the others. Okay, some of them are fucking top tier TV, and then others, yikes.
Well, here's the thing.
I just want to remind you really quickly. We did have plans to watch like Star Wars Visions, which we never did. Which was like what 20-minute episode.
Well, also too, I did bow out of X-Men 97 after 10 or 15 minutes.
I just want to remind you all the shows we
Star Wars Vision.
Yes, and I have said that I've started The Boys. I've watched like 4 episodes that I haven't gotten through.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to stick to watching Supernatural through the clips that my brother sends me on TikTok. Continue.
You're going to be there for 1,000 years.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll finish it one day.
I do want to. I'm going to ask you. I want to talk to you about this one, Darth, and then we have to speed run through some of these after this.
Okay.
Doctor
Lightning round.
Had a new season. We talked the beginning of the season, Darth, and then me and Taz played a fun game after you left there, where I would talk to him about Doctor Who, and he would have no fucking idea what I was talking about every week. And we have one of my favorite segments of the show where Taz told me that Doctor Who aired on Disney XD, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
And then we went down the rabbit hole.
I mean, how did you feel about that second season? Because it's been quite the controversial season. I think it was an ups and downs season for me. How did you feel about which now we officially know is the end of the Shurigawa era of Doctor Who, and just Disney's partnership with them in general too.
2.
What's that?
I haven't finished season 2.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Did you see the ending though? Like, did you see what happens at the end? Okay, interesting.
No, the last thing I remember seeing was Lux, the projection villain.
Yes.
And talking about how excited we were about finding out about all the other I
like that episode a lot, yeah.
Like primordials of the universe, you know?
I had a kind of a mixed love with season 2. I think there were some great episodes. I think there were some not great episodes. And I think the back half kind of... The show has done this thing where it keeps bringing on very old Doctor Who things within the show. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing if you explain them to the modern audience. But they don't. They kind of are just like, well, this thing is here from... that aired 70 years ago, and they don't fully explain what the thing is. And like, I would talk to like massive Doctor Who friends of mine being like, yo, who is this guy? And they'd be like, I have no fucking idea. The ending was very clearly altered. There was the ending we got was not the ending that they were supposed to do. Shooty was supposed to get a 3rd season as the Doctor. And due to the Disney deal, which recently fell through, and some other things behind the scenes, we got a new Doctor at the end of the season. I would not say who.
Which Doctor?
Doctor Who. But yeah, like who that actor is become pretty controversial recently.
I need to know who it is.
Do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is a big thing in this country.
All right, I'm going to show you a photo. I'm going to show a photo on screen, and you're probably going to know immediately who it is.
What? Wait. What?
And that is the reaction that the entire internet has had.
You're speechless.
If I'm being 100, and I mean 100% honest, I would have been happy with almost anybody else. And like, do you know what would have been even better? Is having David Tennant back, right? Like, he like there was a joke, an inside joke or whatever, when he was talking about like his David Tennant years was like his vanity years, right?
Yeah.
I say fucking bring it back. Do you know what I mean? Like keep that train, keep that joke going. I don't care, you know. But Rose, that is the most deplorable idea ever. So basically, what he's saying, yeah, this fucking Time Lord, he, she, they, them, I don't know anymore, right? Point is, yeah, what they're
I'm glad
saying
we got
is,
to pop this on camera. This
what
is
they're
great.
saying is I splintered a piece of myself off. I grew that motherfucker with a TARDIS, and now that piece of person is porking the real one out in a whole other dimension that got created from who knows what, I can't remember. And now I'm so lovelorn and I don't want to go to another dimension. So what I'm going to do is now turn into that goddamn person. How? Like, get a therapist. Get a fucking therapist. Fuck yourself. Why are you now her? That makes no sense. That makes no fucking sense. That makes zero sense.
I don't get it either. Yeah.
0 sense. And it genuinely breeds the question, why are they not in therapy? Why? I mean, you need therapy. You need therapy. All the doctors agree on therapy, right? You're 2,000 years old, if not older, right? Like thousands of years old now. You're going to need somebody to talk to. The companions aren't enough, clearly, right? I cannot explain to you how creepy this is.
I'm just going to say...
so creepy. This is so creepy. This is like me having a crush on somebody, right? It not kind of working out, so I start dressing up as them. Like, it's the same thing. That's what's happening. He's dressing up and taking on the DNA of somebody he was in love with, which is fucking weird. It's weird.
I need to see what the hell they're doing with it. I know the current rumor is it's just supposed to be for like the special, the upcoming Christmas special. I hope we have a new, like, I think we need like an original Doctor. Like I don't want there to be like this for a whole season. Like I think it needs to be a very limited thing.
It's creepy.
It's
beyond creepy.
I need to see the lore.
It's not an in-joke. It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's genuinely creepy. Wait, didn't they actually imply she isn't actually the Doctor?
Yeah, that's what I'm bringing up. Like, we don't know
that needs to be the goddamn case, because if not, that's like the creepiest turn ever.
That's why, that's why I need to wait, because I don't know what the fuck I was looking at. To the point, I didn't even register it was her when she popped on screen. I just thought it was like a blonde woman, and then I was like, "That's weird. She kind of looks like Rose."
It could be do you remember that Doctor had one life to live and a TARDIS? Mm-hmm. It could be her from that universe.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing: they didn't introduce her as the Doctor, right? They always have their thing introducing blank as the Doctor. Okay. They didn't have that there.
Right. So
it could just be Rose. Like
they basically have every regeneration on screen. Yeah. To show you the transition from one to the other. So if that didn't happen, then that's
we saw the transition. We just didn't have the wording there introducing blank as the Doctor. They didn't have it on screen. And if you know what I mean.
Came out of the glowy regeneration.
Yes, Shooty turned into her. Jesus. Yeah.
Sweet Jesus. Ugh.
And again, what makes this worse for me is that this was not supposed to be the case. This was a last minute, behind the scenes fuckery from Disney. Again,
she was in Wednesday. You know that, right?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, we have to move on.
I am revamp, and now everyone else has got to suffer for it.
You know what I'm gonna say then? If I'm talking just this show, not all the stuff we had before, just the Disney Plus era, I want to move Doctor Who down to B. As much as I've enjoyed it, it's been a little bit of a rocky road for me. And I know you haven't finished season. Are you
I haven't
okay with
finished
that?
season 2. I haven't finished season 2. But I, in my DNA, can't put Doctor Who in anything lower than an A. That's just physically
Okay.
impossible.
All right.
It's just what it is. Like it's just rooted. It is rooted in me, and like just the sight of a TARDIS will not just like I will never not have a reaction to it. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
It's one of those things. It's the same thing with a lightsaber. You see a lightsaber, it gets the fingertips tingly. Same as seeing a TARDIS.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm going to speed run through most of these. Those who didn't have a new season, I think I'm going to just kind of leave it as it was. So we had Percy Jackson. That's about to come back for a new season. Leaving an A. I think we're all okay with that. Are you okay with that?
Oh yeah, great show.
I'm not even going to touch The Flash. That is a rabbit hole we could go down.
Yeah, Flash can stay where it is.
My Adventures with Superman. Love it to death. I'm still waiting for the new goddamn season. Bring it to me. I love the show.
When was the last time they advertised stuff for that? Was that like Comic-Con last year?
It was like right after the season dropped, and that was like a year and a half ago at this point.
Yeah.
So please, this
give us another season.
Caped Crusader.
Oh, My Adventure. Yeah. And then also My Adventures with Green Lantern is coming out at some point too.
Yes. Fallout. It's just missing, just like Percy Jackson, just missing getting a new ranking on the board. I think we all loved it. I think in season, I think what I said last time was with another season I can happily move it to S, but right now it's an A. So this time next year we'll rank the Fallout.
I still think it is maybe the best video game adaptation to a TV series.
I'm very excited for season 2.
Yeah,
I'm very excited. Skeleton Crew. Now, Skeleton Crew was an interesting spot last year because we had saw half of the season, and with that knowledge, we rated it an A tier. And now that we've seen all of Skeleton Crew, do we all still agree with A, or do we think it should get lower or higher or stay the same?
I agree with A. I think again it was nothing like crazy, mind-bogglingly incredible, but I loved it. It was a cute little show. I think it was a different segment of the Star Wars universe that we are not used to seeing. It was a different genre altogether. Really, it was again kind of like that, Goonies, Sandlot sort of like adventure is out there kind of story. And yeah, I really loved it. Yeah, it worked. It came out at a great time too. I think again, I love watching Star Wars around the holiday times. Like I don't know, it's always just kind of been what I do, and there's not really a rhyme or reason to it, but it just like it makes you feel good. Like it's a good feel good Star Wars story that there's not really anything to complain about. And I think that made me feel good too, is to see a positive reception to a new Star Wars project. But will we ever see a season 2? Probably not, because there's been absolutely no mention of it, but I guess fingers crossed because they haven't said that it is canceled either. So we shall see.
This is my favorite Star Wars show, easily. I think it's just because I got to talk with you guys. Like I got to have that weekly conversation around Christmas time, and it was the one that like fully spoke to me, where I'm like, oh, I like Star Wars. Like I never really fully had that. Oh, I really like Star Wars. Like I'm much casualer than you guys. Like I watch them, I like them, but I adored that show. Did it have problems? I had a couple, especially towards the end. There's some things I wanted them to answer that they didn't, but I think I want to keep it as an A as well. I think it's not here, but it's really close for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch on Loki. I'll get mad again, so we'll keep him at B. Okay, Darth, this is an interesting one. Reacher. We've had a new season of Reacher. Here's what I'm going to say with Reacher. We did end up ranting every single episode of Reacher this season.
Really?
I feel like we did. I feel like we kept arguing about how silly the show had.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Right. Okay. So one thing is season 1 did so well. It genuinely did really good, and then there's a few moments of like those YouTube clips that like Taz is talking about with Supernatural, with Reacher, where he has like these good Samaritan moments that like really draw you in, but then there's some stuff that just like really keeps holding it back.
Yeah.
And when I look back at season 3, I do think of it quite fondly with like the dad. He was quite an interesting character.
Yeah,
Um,
I liked it more than 2. I liked it
the
a lot more
villain,
than 2, actually. Yeah.
yeah, the villain was not great. Um, and then you had the giant guy. He was kind of cool. But there was a lot that got lost, and I really didn't like the female cop. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, it definitely goes 1, 3, 2, because 2 was trash,
Yeah.
absolute.
Yeah, I wasn't a
trash.
fan of 2.
And I feel bad saying that because I like the lead actor, but like he was the only reason we kept coming back.
Yeah.
He was the only reason they fucked up season 2.
Do we want to keep B or do we want to move him down to C?
The thing is I would put 1 in like high A,
Yeah.
2 in fucking D, and then 3 in B. So I think B's fair.
In the middle? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. If I don't like season 4, I vote we move him down. Like I think if we come out of season 4 and we're still not vibing with it as much, I do think we should move it down. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if one season can like single-handedly keep it up.
No.
But like again, it's not a bad show by any means. I just think it's a bit of a basic show. Like I feel like I'm always expecting a little bit more from it. Like and maybe it's just not a good like discussionary show. Like it's a show where we are like predicting so much that we're always a little bit let down because I think what we pitch is always just a little cooler than what they ultimately do. And maybe that's just on us. But yeah, I'm not opposed to keeping it B. Live action Avatar, that's about to come out with a new season. I'm leaving it there for now. We can readjust when that gets a new season.
Oh wow, I can't wait.
I
I
will say
up. I want to move that up. Right?
That's crazy because I kind of want to move it down.
No. We can't do that. We can't do that.
So then that means that it has to stay exactly where it is.
I think
no, because my arguments for moving it up are going to be far more persuasive and true than the negativity of moving it down. Because positivity wins.
I'll be the judge of that.
Positive energy, positive vibes. That's the way to go through life.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So state your claims. I will moderate. And then I will be the deciding factor. How about that?
Okay.
Right. Would the attack or defense like to go first?
Go ahead, Darren.
The attack.
I will let you.
No. By all means.
Okay. Listen, I enjoyed the show enough. I thought it was okay. I think we were kind of positive on it when it first came out. You more so for sure. I think the show ultimately kind of loses the essence of what that original show was, which isn't always a bad thing for me. I think the show is at its best when it's doing its own thing. I think when they're really adapting it, their own material, when they're adding to the lore, it's really good. But when it's trying to replicate that original story, to me, it falls flat. Especially with the main trio. Like, the whole point of that original first season is you get to spend time with those characters for, like, 22 some episodes. So when you have to, like, squish that down to... what is it, 8 episodes? It just didn't translate very well to me. On that devil's advocate, though, I do have slightly more hopes for season 2 because now hopefully the cast has more chemistry. Season 2 doesn't have as much moving around. Season 2 is more so in one location for the entire season, so I hope that allows them to have a more streamlined story. In defense in your corner, I love the Zuko and Iroh stuff. That stuff was freaking beautiful. Shout out to them. They killed that stuff. I don't hate it. It's just kind of a middle of the road show for me.
See, I think this show does so well, not only, like you say, translating the original material, but I think incredibly well, but adding on its own thing, that it sent a lot more people back to the original which in anything is always going to be like better. Do you know what I mean? It was the original. It's fantastic. It's sick.
No.
I'm not saying it's better by any means. What I'm saying is it was such a perfect love letter to the original. Like the people that created it were such fans that the attention to detail, the actor's commitment, like you said, the Zuko and Iroh stuff. Like
that's incredible.
I have to try and not weep.
It's great.
So good. And then even like the Earthbenders, the stuff they've done with Boomy, there wasn't any point that I just felt, and which is very, very interesting for like a big production show at the moment. I didn't sit and feel, oh, I'm just sat watching people running around a big blue screen or something. You know what I mean? It all felt real and natural and in universe, and it felt great to be there. You know, like even the guy just moaning about his cabbages and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then is it Oshu, the city that's made for lovers or by lovers, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything about it was done so well. And Aang is a very difficult character to do, and like the original Netflix guy, like he weren't bad, he just weren't right, you know. And this one captures his innocence and his charm and everything very, very well, very well. And yeah, credit where credit is due, and I think it should be moved up to A.
So I do think it stays right there then, because in my argument, I'm at like C. So that does middle ground to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say is you both had very good arguments for your points. You both also had good counter arguments, which proves to me that it should stay where it is.
I think this is what we did last year, Darth. I think this is the same exact argument we did last year. I was C.
Chat, roll the clip
in the middle. But at least we're consistent. But okay, here's the thing, Darth. Season 2 is coming. Season 2 is coming. Season 3 is coming. I am more than willing to hear you out again with the season 2 and C. Like, I think the show can get better. I do.
Like even the monk that was looking after him, like their relationship. You had the stuff with like the face changer Ko, and then
I like that stuff too. Yeah.
Like the Avatar, is it Kyoshi? Like, and her island and everything else.
I like everything new. Every time we like added to the lore,
easy to be hammy and fake and just cheesy, but it wasn't. Like again, we just felt like we were living it and being there, and it like General Iroh and even the guys that you don't like, you sit and like. It isn't Lord Sozin, is it? Like, what is his name? The guy, the Fire Lord, is it Ozai?
Ozai, yeah.
And then, like, he's the white-haired one, right?
He's like Zuko's father. Yeah.
No. Who's the grandfather?
Iroh.
No, that's the uncle.
Oh, grandfather.
Yeah.
Do we see his grandfather? It's
this is what I'm saying. Like, he was played. I forget his name, but I think he was in like Hawaii 5-0 or something. He was in like one of the original. He plays like a lot of cops and stuff. He did sick when he went and decimated the wind monks.
Sure.
Ooh. So threatening. So cool.
My final point, and then we have to move on. What I will say though is I think my attention span with it is kind of low now, especially now that we know Avatar Studios is coming as well. Like, now that I know that the movie is coming out next year, we also have Avatar and the Seven Havens is coming out in 2027. Like those are the things that are really having my attention right now. I'm so excited to dive back into like the animated world as well, instead of just retreading what I've personally have already seen. That's what I'm kind of really excited for right now. But again, I'll watch season 2. I hope I like it more this time around. Okay, Echo. Not gonna touch
Great
Echo.
show.
I like Echo a lot. Agatha All Along. Leaving it there.
Really disappointed by the end of that.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but
I liked it. Yeah.
No, it was a great show. It was a great show. Again, like it's just obviously like in the same way with Ironheart, right? The devil is going to be as same as death is going to be in the intricacies of life, dealing with normal mortals and peoples and souls, and which is their trade, right? I get that, but when you're dealing with like beyond cosmic beings that are the foundation of everything, that will just be reaping like the beings that we've all worshipped for goddamn years, like the gods on gods, even those will be reaped by these characters. You know what I mean? Like they're just out here, just chilling. Yeah, they're not like in like some massive thing where they get like the grandiose kind of like entrance and reverence that they like that you would expect, or threat that they would expect. It's just Sally. She's just here, just hanging out, just doing shit. You know, just weird.
I don't want to change our ranking of it, but I do want to give a shout out to
because I loved everything that came before, like the whole stuff with like is it Patti LuPone, like her character or whatever, like with the witch that could see stuff and then she was locked in some weird eternal depressing as fuck cycle. Like the whole show killed. Just did not like the end.
Yeah. Fair enough. Taz, I just want to give a shout out to our only podcast that we have on our ranking and that we will probably ever have on our ranking. Except the
Does it go lower? Is my question. Are you keeping it where it is, or is it going lower?
So what's funny is, Taz, I really wanted to actually finish it before this ranking. I thought that would have been a really funny
I forgot you never
I never finished it because
you got to keep that up. Like you can't finish it ever now. You just have to not really know whatever happened at the end of it.
Because the whole thing was like, okay, we'll talk about the final episode when I come back, and you just didn't come back, so we never talked about it.
But I did watch the final episode.
Yeah,
or listen to the final episode. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. Well, here's the thing. My plan is that one day, when this show becomes massive and we're rich and famous and we have tons of sponsors and brand deals, we're going to work with an animation company and bring it to life. So
well, like now you kind of have the excitement I had while we were doing it. Now that you've watched New Girl, that's it.
Yeah, you're right. Oh wait, no. Oh my gosh, wait.
Yeah, he would put on a costume and do it for free. You didn't even
wait.
He was incredible. He was incredible.
Oh my god. Oh no, you just connected so many dots for me. Oh my gosh.
At the time, every week I said I legitimately want to see him as Barry Allen because I actually think he would make an incredible Barry Allen. I think he'd kill it.
Yeah, he would.
A weird Flash.
Wow.
He might crush Barry Allen, but he'd be a weird Flash.
In a weird way, he could be, I don't know. Like that would work.
It would.
That would work. Man, that's crazy.
It's so cool that we get.
I forgot about that. Oh my god! Now I want to go listen to it again. Now that I've actually been watching New Girl, like what the heck?
Now we have to review every episode again, Taz. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How is he gonna be the Flash and not just be Schmidt in a Flash outfit?
I mean, I think he's a good actor. I've seen him in a couple more slightly serious roles, especially like in that podcast. Like I actually think he puts on a pretty good performance.
Yeah, he does.
The only issue I had with it was supposed to be like Ezra Miller's Flash. It was so clearly not Ezra Miller's Flash.
But it was like, wow, I wish this was the Flash that we had.
Oh, I loved him way more. Yeah. Okay.
But you still know
Daryl
what sorry,
sorry.
before you get into that, you still know who my fan cast is for Barry in the movies, though, right? Is Patrick
No.
Gibson that played original Sin
Oh.
Dexter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a new season of Daryl Dixon. I didn't talk about it though. I'm leaving it there. That's fine. Umbrella Academy. I'm leaving it there. Creature Commandos. Okay. This was our second halfway through show that we kind of put here for the time being.
Yeah, I'd say let's move it down to C. Honestly, C for
Oof.
Creature Commandos. I think C tier doesn't have enough population in it. Again, it was okay.
And Weasel and
It was okay, but
Lady Frankenstein. You know, like they were cool. Just because Rick Flag's a dickhead doesn't mean they got to suffer.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
Here's my issue. I'm looking at C's, and I like Creature Commando so much more than Titans, and so much more than What If.
Really, I'd watch Titans over Creature Commandos any day of the week.
Nah,
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't want to say I was bored during it because I wasn't. It was a well-made animated project, but like, think about Creature Commandos versus like Invincible, versus your X-Men '97, versus
it's a different watch,
My
though.
Adventures versus My Adventures of Superman, Batman Cape Crusader. Like, it's not.
That's a very different watch.
I like Creature Commandos until the end.
But as something that is supposed to be a part of the brand new DC universe, it was literally the first project in the new DCU. And then it also, in retrospect and in hindsight, it feels like it has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Why did it even come out? Like, I don't know. I don't know,
All right.
dude. But
all right. I need a vote.
Not for me. Not for me. We need a tiebreaker.
Okay. So you're with C. Darth, where are you at with it? Do you want to keep it there, or
I'm
you want to
happy
move it down?
keeping it big because I really, really enjoyed it again, except for the end. Right, the whole Ileana being like actually a problem, like you know.
I'm sorry.
I would
like Rick Flag now, right? But in the show, he was great. So I'm happy with B.
Here's the thing, Taz. I want to agree with you with C. I just cannot agree with it on the Titans and What If level. I just cannot. I'm keeping it C. I'm keeping it B to keep it out of Titans area.
Okay, that's okay.
But
keep it at the end of B. That's okay.
To be
But
fair,
that's crazy. I like Titans more than the average person. So
in my personal ranking, Titans is here. So like,
oh, don't get me started on that now. Don't get me started on that.
I was outvoted last time.
The only thing wrong with Titans is the whole Trigon era like fluff. And then, so I would put Titans in B minimum myself.
Dude, I honestly think Titans, anything after season 1 is actually really good, and even there are elements of season 1 that I kind of liked.
Oh no, season 1
really
was
good. Okay,
I enjoyed Raven and Dick's dynamic. The brutality of the show, like the chances that it was taking, because if we think about it, Titans was very different for DC than we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the tone of the show did change about 3 or 4 times. Like, I think every season it did kind of feel like a different show, but almost in a good way. Like, they just tried different things. They tried new things, and this was the first time that we saw a lot of these characters in live action, too, and probably the last time for a while. Right? Like, what are the...
Starfire was really cool. Such a great actress.
The exploration that we got with Beast Boy and his powers in the final season. That was really cool. I mean, it wasn't the best iteration, but we got a Red Hood.
It was
finally
definitely lore-defying. Lore-defining.
Yeah.
Like, people will now, myself included, be using that as reference points for everything else involved.
Yeah. But I don't know. Okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But if you want to keep it in C, as long as I keep it out of F, that's okay.
That's the thing.
I'm arguing B. I'm arguing B for Titans.
I think, because I think that's what it was last time. You guys both did B. I was at F. So average to a C.
Yeah, dude, I want to move it up. Move it up, and then move crew
I'm
commanders.
still at F, man. It's not. I'm still made at F, man. It's my least favorite superhero show of all time, I think.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, whoa.
What about Naomi?
Actually, let me reel it back.
Naomi is A.
You have Naomi, you have Inhumans, you have...
Oh, yeah, Inhumans. Oh, my God. That was another thing. I got through, like, not even 5 minutes. I don't think I got through 5 minutes of Inhumans before I turned it off. I was like, this is boring.
Okay. I do want to move on to the new shows, because we are almost hitting the 2-hour mark, and I know we cannot
excuse me, we have to move Gotham Knights up to S tier where it belongs. Thank you.
You're right. Let's.
I think literally just for the memory. I'm serious. For the memories, for the memes, for all of it, put it in S tier, and then somebody is gonna clip it and be like, "Why is Gotham Knights in S tier?" Just do. I think just for the fun of it.
You can't do
tier.
It cannot go anywhere higher.
S tier.
It can't. It cannot go any higher.
S for Super Knights, and it has to be right next to Superman and Lois.
They cannot, even have the fake perception that they did a good enough job to end up in someone's goddamn S tier. Like, the misunderstanding that they would be like, oh, we did such a good job. No, that's not allowed. The chance of that happening is too much, and it needs to stay where it is, and they need to know what they've done.
I think we did this last time, because I think you put it, you were an S, you were an F. And I was a reasonable C, which put it in D. I'm pretty sure I was in I like it more than D. I like.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? How about we move it up 1 tier every year until it's finally climbed its way to the top of S tier as a misunderstood gem from the past.
Naomi was better.
No.
I never even watched it.
No.
I never even watched Naomi, actually. I heard it was so bad that I never even watched it.
Where does
it was good for what it was.
Off?
It was a good show. It actually hooked me with because again, it was law defining in stuff that it was doing. Darren's just upset because they fucking flew Superman over in one shot in the trailer, and then he got that scene with Hulk in Infinity War where they had everybody lining up and running at the camera. Right, there was that scene.
I don't agree. If that was my only issue with that show, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But since it's also the boringest show I've ever seen in my life, I can't do it. I don't know.
It was a good show.
So wait, so Gotham Knights, we have an S, we have an F, we have a C. Where does that average out?
I think we need to make an entire new tier for it and just put it in G tier. G tier for Gotham Knights. I think it does. Yeah.
I was not expecting Gotham Knights to change places.
Let's go. And then move Secret Invasion down to F, please. Thank you.
Doesn't feel right.
But that's the thing. Darth likes Secret Invasion, so I don't.
Come on.
What's your ranking for Secret Invasion, Darth? And then we have to move on to the new.
Okay. Yeah.
So the fact that they put Gaia in at the end, hated that. Right, hated that. But everything else in the show, apart from the killing of Maria Hill, which was a tragic incident that shouldn't have occurred. It was a very good show. I really enjoyed it. So I would put it in A or B. No, B. I put it in B.
And yeah, I think that's where. Hold on, wait. Are you F Taz?
Yes, F tier.
I'm F2. So yeah, I think that's where we got the D, right? Because
where Gotham Knights should be.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it stays in D.
Yeah.
It raises just above it because of his vote.
Okay.
But it's still low. Okay. We have got to move on to the new.
Yeah, and we got to kind of speed run through these.
We have to. It was the main reason. Okay. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
I
This is a
would
me
put
and you.
that. Yeah, I would honestly go as far as somewhere between A and B. I'm almost leaning more towards A,
Yeah.
but since we've only had one season, I almost want to just say B. But what do you think?
I think it's an A for me. It is
Okay.
like one of my most anticipated. Like it was one of my favorite shows of the year. I was so impressed with it. And
Yeah.
like if I'm looking at B, like I like It More Than Creatures, Umbrella Academy, Darrow Dixon.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Agatha,
Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah,
I
true.
think it's an
True.
A. I think,
Okay.
but I think it could get here. Like there is
Potentially.
nothing in that first season that prevents it from being an S. I just
Yeah.
think it's too early to say that right
It's
now.
too early to tell. Yeah, and there have been so many other good Spider-Man shows. Like, it has to get to the level of Spectacular and the 90s Spider-Man series, or come close to it to get to S tier
Yeah.
for me. Like, I don't think it's going to reach those heights, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it does reach those points.
Mhm.
But, yeah.
Okay. The Last of Us.
It pains me to say it, but C. Honestly, after C.
Whoa.
After playing the games, it is such a I don't even want to say disrespectful take on the games, but just it's so far in the opposite direction, and the games are so good. Like, those are some of the best story games I've ever played. And again, I just recently played them. I was told for years how good they were. I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. Am I a massive fan of the gameplay? No, not really. It's not necessarily my kind of game. But I think story-wise, you know, if you can get me to cry in the first 10 minutes of your game, like, you're doing something right. And the show just does not evoke that kind of emotion from me. Like, it's like cool little, hey, remember this from the game, remember that from the game. But think about how Fallout respects the lore but tells a different story in that universe versus how Last of Us tries to reinvent the wheel. It's like, hey, we've got this amazing game series that we've remade about 10 times already. People love this story. They've played it about 50,000 times. Let's give them something slightly different, but instead of taking liberties in the right direction, they kind of just throw darts at a board and see what sticks sometimes. Again, not saying it's bad, but
I still think season 2 is incredible. I still think it's
Interesting.
really good. And I felt like you were kind of there too for like most of the season, and then I feel like there was a diverge.
It dropped off in the back.
The finale is
half.
a little. I think the finale is still good. But it's definitely like it has its issues. I wish that they fixed a couple of things because, like, okay, I think season 1 is here. I think season 1's a perfect season of TV. I think it's brilliant.
Close.
I think
would
season
say
2 is
A for
season
I would
2
say,
is still A for me.
I would say A for season 1, and like C or D for season 2. Honestly,
And your C in general for like the whole
I'd
thing.
say C. I'd say C in general, and it's being pretty generous to it in a lot of ways. I think again, if I got my brother on here, who is hardcore Last of Us fan, like more hardcore than most.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he even watched season 2 all the way through because it was so just not what he wanted. Like, I think he'd probably put it in D. So I feel like I'm being generous to it by putting it in C.
I'm A, you're C, that's a B. I still think,
Okay.
even from just like not an adaptation standpoint, I just think from like a television standpoint, it's a very well made piece of like art.
Yeah.
Like I like the big Ellie flashback episode is still, I think, like some of the best TV I saw this year. Like, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's B, but I think B's fair. And then let's see where season 3 leads us. Okay. All right, this is where the
Just
board is going to look insane.
I was gonna say, just like don't even. We barely. I didn't even. F.
I've seen season 1 though. We can rate like season 1.
F.
That's insane.
Worst show. Literally my least favorite Star Wars thing I've ever seen. F. I didn't finish it. I was bored. I fell asleep countless times. It's not for me. Great if you like it, but it's just not for me. F tier. I will never go back to watch it. Like anytime I get somebody to go through and watch all of Star Wars from beginning to end, we're starting with the original trilogy, then going back to the prequels, and then watching. It depends on the order, but then maybe we'll watch like Rogue One and Solo, double back, watch some Clone Wars, finish off with the sequels, and Mandalorian and everything else, that Ahsoka that's all come out and everything like that. I'm skipping Andor. It's unimportant to me as far as like the general story is. It's just obviously it's fleshing out more leading into Rogue One, cool, but I enjoyed Rogue One for what it was before Andor existed. I don't need it. I didn't want it before the show even came out. I gave it a chance. It is probably the best looking Star Wars thing, but it is just story-wise, it's not for me.
I think season 1's an A for me. I think season 1's very good. And Star Wars isn't my cup of tea in general, so I'm not like over the moon with it. Like, it's not an S tier for me, but I think from just a production standpoint, a story standpoint, acting standpoint, I think it's brilliant. That means Darth, I don't know how much of the show you've seen.
I think
you're going to be our tiebreaker. Have you seen any of it, buddy?
Yeah. I haven't finished season 2, but I think it's an A.
Okay.
I do have to say though, like, I do struggle with it. Like, sometimes when I'm like, I need to find where I am, I'm lost. I'm like, I remember this, but I don't remember this, and I remember this, but I don't remember this, and this happened before this, but I remember this is after, and I remember this from before, don't remember that after. Like, I'm lost on the whole goddamn show, but I know when I'm watching it, and I'm like invested in watching it, and I'm actually on the timeline, and I know what I'm doing. I have a good time when I'm there. It is one of the more drawn out and I don't want to say dull, but it's like you have so many different facets of Star Wars, from like the upbeat and jazzy and the bright and colorful to the dour and gray and the heartbreaking and everything in between. And this is just like the bleak, dour, gray area of Star Wars, like not in look, but more in feeling, like there's nobody here in the show that you're actively coming back for, and I don't mean that in a negative, like in a rude way, I'm not saying like anybody's doing their job badly, but there's nobody that stands out in a tremendous fashion.
I'm wondering where this ranks, because that's 2 A's, an F. Does that put it C? Or is that B?
B or C?
I think it's C.
Yeah.
Putting it next to Titans and Gotham Knights is kind of insane.
Yeah, it should not be on the level of those absolute masterpieces.
I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay.
I'm gonna die on that hill.
The original Daredevil.
Oh, S tier. I almost. It's like right under. I don't even know if under or above Superman and Lois. That'd be a discussion. That'd be a long discussion. But next to Superman and Lois, in S tier.
Have you still not seen the original show, Dar?
Do you know what's funny? You know that show, the YouTube channel Cinema Wins?
Yes.
There's a TV counterpart, and I started watching him do breakdown Daredevil, and he just like knocks off like all the cool things in it. So I've seen it in bits.
Okay.
It looks good. It looks really good. I still argue with the same thing, you know, like somebody that is like, I'm struggling not to kill people. Is not the best person to be out there on the streets beating people up, you know. But that's neither here nor there. I still think the show is S tier no matter what. I think Charlie Cox at this point just is Daredevil. You know, I think he's screwed for any other role.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. The original. I mean, I have some nitpicks here and there. I don't think it's always like. There's a couple of things I could. But it's such a like, who fucking cares kind of moments for me where it's like whatever. It's like I have little stuff, but it's S tier. Okay, so here's the interesting now. Yes. Daredevil Born Again.
B for Born Again. B for Born Again. Because it definitely does not reach the same heights as the original show. It stumbles a lot. You can see remnants of the original idea for it, and then it kind of course corrects itself throughout the last couple of episodes. And you can tell, what is it, episode 1 and then the final 2 episodes are the new stuff, and then everything in between was again a remnant of that original idea for what they wanted Born Again to be. I think if it was all like that, it probably would have been a C tier show. But for the fact that it, recovered, we're going in a better direction, I would say B tier for now with the potential for it to be an A tier. But unfortunately, just the nature of how it's being made, the fact that it's a Disney Plus series rather than a Netflix series, that sort of thing, I don't think it could ever reach S tier.
Yeah.
It would have to do something extraordinary to get back up to claw its way back to S tier. But I think B is solid for it.
Yeah, I think it's already kind of lost its like perfect show for me personally, on just my merits at least.
I loved everything I saw. Like, it made me want to watch Netflix. I just never have any goddamn free time. Like, honestly, I ripped that show off. I weren't going to watch Daredevil Netflix. This show has made me love the character. Like, and I loved watching it. The only, like, nitpick I had for the show, other than, like, the question of it, like, his character, right, was the scene outside of the bar, like, when he swings down and then goes and, like, through the window. Like, the logic of that felt a bit off, right? Other than that, damn near perfect show for me.
Yeah, I think I'm very middle of the road with it. I enjoy every episode.
Daredevil Netflix is gonna be fucking sick if you guys hate this one.
I think it's just a messy show. In terms of everything behind the scenes. Like, it's like I like almost every individual episode, maybe outside of 1 or 2. It's just how they work together doesn't quite work for me. How they work as a pair doesn't 100% work for me. But I kind of give it a bit of a pass.
But you can't give it a pass just because of what the original show was. That's why the original show is in S tier.
I give it a little bit of a pass because of the behind the scenes stuff with it, and it was so much of just like, not like a pass, but I give it like a. So confused.
We were watching 2 different goddamn shows. What pass? It was sick. What didn't you like?
It was, but here's the thing. Again, unless you've seen the original show, like it's not there. It's like you had this really, really great meal out at a restaurant. You go home and you're like, hey, I think I could do that myself. You recreate it. It's good. It's not quite that S-tier steak dinner you got at that super expensive steakhouse. But it's like, it's a good consolation. Like, it's almost there. It reminds you of it. You don't have to spend the, $100 on dinner to have this taste of something great. but in the
Fist,
back of your
like-
mind, you know that it's not exactly what
Like,
you
everybody
wanted or what you remember.
did a great job, even down to like his shark. The guy he had just being a shark for him, he was sick. The woman that was like, it's her job to be there for every mayor kind of thing, she was awesome. Like, there wasn't a person in their role that didn't fit the quota.
Yeah,
The
and I
scenes
don't
with
deny that it was well made.
Fist-
It's just not as well made as the original, and not quite what I had hoped for. You know, it
So-
just
We have two Bs. Where are you at, Darth? Are you at A? Is that what you said?
Again, I don't have anything wrong with it. I loved it, and I can't wait for season 2. So I'm S.
Okay, then that's A for Daredevil Born Again. Ironheart.
Very, very interesting.
We had a lot of fun, Taz, talking about Ironheart.
I did.
The
I
3
did.
weeks that we had of it. I wanted it to be a full 6-week journey.
Yeah. Dude, it was a roller coaster, and before we hop on that roller coaster really quick, somebody's got some background noise, background hum going on. I don't know what's.
That's me, my terrible laptop trying to keep up.
I was like,
Gotcha.
it's something. Okay. Anyway, it was a roller coaster, dude. It was like the first half of the season, I was like, I'm not really feeling it, whatever, and then the back half, I was like, my eyes were open to it, as like I saw
Agreed.
I saw
yeah.
the vision of what it was supposed to be, and what it could be, and what it ended up as like, it just, I don't know, like, it was again a very different Marvel project than something we had anything that we had seen previously. I think in a lot of ways it was that kind of like breath of fresh air that like Skeleton Crew was for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a different aspect. It tied so many things in together that had seemed so unrelated, or just like outside of what the main story was going to be for the MCU, and it brought us in a direction that like tied all the magical elements to it. And I was like, you know what? Instead of the multiverse, we should have been focusing more on this stuff.
I fully
And
agree.
who would have thought that Ironheart was going to be the show to tackle like dark magic and Mephisto, and like, just, okay, let's even talk about that for a second. The fact that for years we've been like, Mephisto, 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 and they finally gave us Mephisto.
He was incredible. I loved him instantly.
And we know he's coming back too. I don't know
Yeah.
in what.
When?
I don't
Yeah.
know what, when, where, how, why. I don't know. I want some sort of like I don't know, Midnight Suns, or
Yeah.
some sort of continuation to this.
Young Avengers.
Again,
Yeah.
very Young Avengers, very similar to, again, Skeleton Crew. No word on a season 2. It hasn't been officially canned or anything, but I unfortunately think the extent that we're going to see Ironheart, the extent that we're going to see Mephisto, is going to be relegated towards these team up projects. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be enough to do the rest of this story justice, because it really, again, slow start for the first 3 episodes, hit the ground running in the back, in the back view. And I think that, again, is where we leave it feels like the start of something, not the end of something. So I would say, honestly, it's getting pretty full up there, but I want to throw it an A as well.
I'm an A as well. I thought the first couple were like really solid. It's getting its foot off the ground. Those next 2 were like, okay, this is also, I'm really getting into this. Those final 2 blew me away with how much I loved it, especially that final episode, which is the what I know a lot of people feel. A lot of people really like the first half and hate the back half because what they did. But I love leaving our characters very nuanced. I love leaving our characters having consequences. The only issue I have with it is that it's probably not getting a second season. And that's the issue, right? Is that we're probably not seeing the carry on to that fantastic season finale.
Yeah.
It's a show that didn't feel like this kind of little event thing. Like it ended in a way that you would like one of our old like CW shows would have ended, being
Yeah,
like,
it's
well,
like,
see
all
you
right,
next
come back
fall.
for season 2 next
Yeah.
year.
Like,
And it's
it
like,
is
nope,
so
you're going to have to
refreshing.
watch this, that, this, and the other if you really want to see the continuation of the story, because we set it up and somebody else is going to, dunk it in. I don't know. It's not. That is my only. And it's so weird that that's the only grape to it, is that we're in such an uncertain territory as far as will this story actually get the love and attention it deserves going forward.
How about you, Darth?
I was trying to get rid of the hum for a little while.
I appreciate it.
I really, really enjoyed Ironheart. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to, especially because of the design of the suit that they had in the trailer. But I was very, very much surprised, the same as you guys were, and I ended up absolutely loving it. And I wish it also got some more time. I do wish it got a second season, and I know that, like you say, the characters are going to come back, but it's just a case of when. And it's a shame that it's not in a dedicated project for itself, which it rightly deserves. And I was unsure about the AI, but man, it got you caring. It got you caring. It did it so good. It did it so goddamn good. Really opens up so many questions as well. But yeah, it deserves A or higher. Honestly,
all around A. Love to see it.
Let's go.
Okay.
A tier is the first 2-tiered tier.
What's that?
I have to get going now because it's like 3:49.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you for me.
Of course. Thanks for joining.
Of course. Anytime.
Absolutely. Anything you want to shout out and promo as we, me and him are going to have to speed run these as well, because I know he also has to go here soon. But anything you want to shout out and promo, just like really quickly?
Just come and hang out with Darth Bunyan on the YouTube, TikTok, everything else. Also, if you do go to TikTok, check out Canine Adventures as well. That's my brother from another mother's channel, and he is a wonderful guy, and it's him and his pup, and they recently had a video that did really, really well and got up to over 100k views, so go check it out.
Nice.
Incredible stuff. Go check his stuff out, and we will check you later, buddy. Bye-bye.
Also before I go, really enjoyed Wednesday. Season 1, phenomenal. Season 2 still very, very good. And kept you well within the universe and kept you guessing with a whole bunch of stuff. So that needs to be A or higher, right?
Okay.
And Peacemaker, I know you guys had a problem with it, but don't you dare put it anything lower than a B. Like, the dances alone for each season need to keep it in A tier, okay? And just for Vigilante alone needs to be for an A tier.
Okay. We will keep those votes in mind as we place them.
Yes.
All right, buddy. See ya.
Well, be safe.
See ya, man.
Bye-bye. Alrighty. Let me speed run through because I know it's getting late for you as well. You have an early morning.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Speed run through the ones that I haven't seen, and then let's hit the ones that we've seen together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He gave Wednesday an A. I have done one episode of the season. I'm going B. I like it a lot.
Sorry,
but
Dar.
the fact that fact that I haven't I just haven't cared to get caught up, and that's kind of a shame. But I will, hopefully by the end of the year. Let's do Peacemaker since he talked about it. He gave that an A or B?
I think he gave it an A. I can't put it above B, man. Like I enjoyed it, but like season 2 is kind of a mess for me. Like I love but here's the thing. If I was talking about it based off of like music and that James Gunn aspect of it, like it'd be freaking S tier, man. Like I have a lot of those songs in my playlist now because of this show. The musical numbers, the dance numbers, whatever, great. But John Cena, phenomenal. Supporting cast, great, but the story was just not, again, not at the level that I would like it to be. And
Yeah.
again, it was a very personal project to James Gunn, especially season 2. But you can't necessarily do the self-inserts all the time. It's, I guess, here's our theme of telling a joke that only you get, right? Like, it's funny to you, but is it really funny to everybody else? And sometimes you got to balance that aspect. And I think when it comes to a show like that, again, it might have been a absolute S-tier masterpiece in the beautifully crazy mind of James Gunn. But, outside of that.
Yeah. I think B is the perfect ranking for me right now. Because sometimes Peacemaker's up here, sometimes it's like down here. And I think it's like this kind of middle of the road show for me, where it kind of exists within both the genres, unfortunately. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's speed run these ones. We've talked about these shows enough this year. Dexter.
Dude, original series S tier, for sure.
It's a perfect show. I don't know if I'd say it's a perfect show.
Not a perfect show, but like...
Isn't that what S is, though? I think S is like no mistakes, for me at least.
Well, then that would then nothing would be an S tier, you know?
I don't know if I agree with that. Like I
So,
don't think there's a single thing wrong with Penguin.
Okay. But riddle me this, Batman. Okay. Are there elements of the Penguin that you don't enjoy? Like, are there storylines? Are there characters? Are there... But Superman and Lois, there are things that we don't love. Invincible, there are things that we don't love.
On my personal ranking, they're not an S.
Okay.
And my personal, they're like in like the A's. They're like almost theirs, but like again, that's just my personal like metric. Like we can totally like you can put it in S. That's completely fine. I don't know. Like I look at like season. What are they like? Season 6s. I was like, can we put a season 6 in S tier?
I mean, well, here's the thing. I think, though, too, when we do these rankings, right, is I'm thinking about it collectively, right? Because if we base it off the merit of one season, shows like The Flash would be an S tier, right?
Sure.
But
then I feel like there's
the
R system, right? Like, this is just like how I see the metric.
Yeah, no,
like,
yeah,
a 4 and like a 1 and 2, a 3 and 4, but then you might have like a 6 and a 7 that are down here. So then in my personal mind, I'm in like a here to like level it out.
But then I almost see it too as like an overall story. And I guess here's my rationale too, is I would say the original series is S tier.
Okay.
New Blood and Resurrection, I would say, are A tier. And then I would maybe put Original Sin down in B tier.
Okay.
I think that's how I would rank it.
See, that's funny though, because there's a part of me that almost wants to put that in S tier because it hasn't had the like.
Right, and then it comes back to our argument, remember, of like, okay, would Resurrection be what it is without the original show?
Yeah.
And the answer is no. But then that puts us into our own vicious loop of like, okay, like, So again, I'm cool with wherever you put them, but that is just, again, my personal ranking of the series. And I think, again, going into the show so fresh and not really having tons of preconceived notions about it, knowing that people didn't love the back half of the series as much as the beginning half of the series for the original series of Dexter, I went through it and I was like, you know what? These final few seasons aren't that bad. Like, even the bad seasons, I was glued to it. I was hooked. I think this is the fastest I've ever watched a show. I think I got through 8 seasons of Dexter, plus New Blood and Original Sin in the span of like a month. You know, I went through almost 10 seasons of television in a month.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's insane. Like, yeah, it was a time where I actually wasn't working as much, so I had the time to do so. It was really the perfect time. But regardless, that was all I did with my free time. I wasn't gaming at all. I was, watching these shows when I was sitting at home. Just chilling. I was watching them when I was eating food. I was watching them when I was doing cardio. Like, any chance I got, I was watching Dexter and talking about it and, theorizing about things that could happen. And it led us to that amazing time where we were covering Resurrection. So, I don't know. Original series S tier for me.
And you said Original Sin. Did you say that was B for you?
I
or
said
A?
B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. I can accept that. Like, I think if I was going to do my personal ranking, I would be like,
I'd put New Blood in A as well, though. I would rank New Blood. Yeah,
you like
I would
New
rank
Blood more than Original Sin.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. I think on my personal, I would be like, these two are A's, this a B, this like a C on my personal one. But I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
Okay.
I do want to push back on New Blood a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know if
I'll give you B for New Blood. I'll give you B for New Blood because I know that's not everybody's favorite. I loved the stylistic choices of New Blood a lot.
Fair. It's still fun. Yeah. Okay, let me speed run through a couple of these. Alien Earth. I watched 3 episodes. I have not come back to it, but I liked what I saw mostly. I'm gonna give it a C, mainly because I just haven't been that motivated to come back, and I do think that is kind of an issue. But I thought what I saw was okay. Lucifer. Your little journey through Lucifer earlier on in the year.
I think it was really fun, really solid. I'd give it an A. Again, one of those shows that it was tough for me to put down. I'm not gonna lie, it got a little weird in certain aspects. It was kind of like all over the place. But I think all in all, great premise, great show, great cast. Tom Ellis, like, just let this dude come back and play Lucifer periodically forever. Like, I think he's one of those castings like Matt Ryan as Constantine that I couldn't really see anybody else playing, in that DC universe going forward.
Okay, this is a solo one. I think Eyes of Wakanda. I talked about this with Jake. I'm pretty sure you didn't watch this, right?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
On this one? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go B. I like it. It's fun. Didn't blow my socks off. But solid stuff. Knights of Guinevere. This one's tough because there's only a 30-minute episode available to us right now. So there's only the pilot out. So it is hard for me to fully
rank the whole show off of one episode.
One singular episode. I'm going to give it a B for now, and I'm letting it have the opportunity to wow me, because I didn't get a lot from that first episode, but I did love what I saw. So I'll see you next year when there's hopefully more than one episode out. This is another one episode one, but this is a little different. We're ranking an episode, and that's Black Mirror. The Black Mirror episode we watched during the summer.
Yeah.
And of course, I'd love to go back at some point and add more to this list.
Oh yeah, we can always.
Yeah, that singular episode of Black Mirror.
B tier. I think it was just it was weird. Like, it was, again, it makes you think. It's a good thought-provoking episode. It very much so has a lot of relevance in today's world. But I've always not been a massive fan of Black Mirror. I think, again, they have some good episodes and stuff like that, but I don't want to say it's too weird for me, but it's just like not necessarily my style of show. like, again, I have enjoyed episodes of it. I did enjoy that episode for what it was, but again, it's one of those that just like you end off feeling like, what the heck did I just watch? Obviously, that's the point.
Right.
But
it's not like a fun show you watch on a Saturday evening.
Mm-mm.
I liked our discussion about the show.
Yeah, I did too.
I think that was kind of the whole point of why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to have this like morality deep dive about it, and I liked the conversation. And again, I would love to go back into that world and have some more very deep and meaningful conversations about like the status of humanity. I'm okay with B though. I think on mine I would have done an A, but I have no problem with B.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is one of the big ones. You.
I want to say A. I really do. It's tough though. It's like, would I want to say A, but then I think about it. Would I put it on the same level as Dexter Resurrection? Not at all.
Not for me.
I think it has to drop to a B, especially after that final season. I think it's one of those shows that it might have actually gone on too long. I think like I honestly wouldn't have been mad if it ended with season 4. I liked season 4 a lot more than season 5, and obviously we had that whole discussion about it. I think season 1 is still my favorite. 1 and 2 are a good pair.
Yeah.
Season 3 was a little weird, a little off the beaten path. Season 4 was the kind of change up the whole formula, and I think it worked really well. Season 5, again, good fitting end, but the way in which we got to it was very roundabout. And it seemed like a lot of regressions for certain characters. It seemed like a lot of just plot contrivances and conveniences to get to where the writers wanted to end the show off, which again, praise to them for ending it the way in which they did. It was very much so well done in that aspect, but I just think that the way in which we got to that fitting end was not the way that I would have liked to see it go down.
Yeah, I did not like it. I don't think nearly as much as you did. I had fun with it, especially with our conversations, but I think it didn't work for me a lot more than it did work for me.
Yeah.
It's very like Riverdale or Wednesday for me, where it's like a fun little show. I don't necessarily. Think
it's
good show like.
Yeah, no, I would very much so compare it to like a Riverdale kind of show. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure viewing, you know.
Yeah, I'm with B. Okay, there's a couple of solo ones I'm gonna speed run through here really quickly. Severance, one of the greatest shows of all time. It's now had 2 seasons. Me and Darth talked about it very briefly when he started doing season 2, and I hope to fully cover it at some point on the show. Perfect. I think it's incredible. I have Severance twice on here. I don't need that. Put that back here. Adults, I did a 1 episode little like 20-minute talk on it. I mainly brought it up because I wanted to tell you how funny Charlie Cox was as this like psychotic teacher who gets high.
That actually reminds me, combining Daredevil and New Girl. Did you see the trailer for the rom-com with Charlie Cox and Jess from New Girl?
I did.
Yeah,
yes,
that actually looks really fun. And then there's a dog in it too. Oh my gosh, I want to see that.
I haven't watched the bad Hallmark movies in a while, but I might make an exception for Charlie Cox.
You know what? How about we do a little segment for it on the show? How about that?
Christmas episode? Maybe.
Yeah, Christmas episode.
Maybe. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Adults, I'm giving it an A. 1 season, it could go up, it could go down. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. It's fun. I think it just got renewed recently. I could be wrong, but I'm excited to see more. Okay, now this is an interesting one. Phineas and Ferb. Did
the new stuff or just the show in general?
As a whole, this is season 5. This isn't a new season, so it combines everything.
Oh, the show in general, S tier. Great, amazing cartoon. I love it.
Did you ever watch
it's my
those
childhood.
new batch of
I
episodes?
I
or no?
never finish those. I will go back to them at some point. Like it's just the kind of a turn your brain off kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, I love that show so much, dude.
Me too.
Love
New
it.
batch of episodes are dropping next month, and I'm so excited. I'm
Oh.
waiting for the rest of the season to come out.
Oh, wow.
So I'm excited to see what's in store. I've seen like certain clips of this back half. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? I'm so excited. Okay, I purposely made a segment about this last week because I wanted to add it to the list. I didn't want to wait a whole year. Actually, we're kind of doing like an offshoot of it because I love it so much. Stranger Things. Currently it started its 5th and final season last weekend.
I've heard so many mixed. I've heard some mixed things about it.
I'm loving the season.
Really?
I think the season has been incredible. Yeah, not everything. There's a couple of little things I would like a couple of little things, but it's also hard to judge completely because it is only 4 episodes out of the 8 episode season that we have here.
Oh, the episode's like ridiculously long, like everybody was predicting.
All of these were about an hour long, so it's not
okay.
Too
So it's
crazy,
not too bad. Yeah.
But the finale is like an hour and 50 minutes, I think. So.
Oh, so this is literally it's just a movie to wrap it up.
Well, I mean, they're putting it in theater, so yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a movie.
I mean, you've seen some of it, right? How much have you?
Yeah,
seen?
I've seen through season 3. That
okay,
was
so like you
that
have
was the
enough
mall. That was the mall, right? Season 3 is the mall. Yeah.
You're only missing 2.
I like
seasons.
that season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me,
do you want me to rank it like through season 3 without
Yeah.
any of the things that I've heard about the next couple seasons?
You
I would say
can
through
fully-
season 3, probably an A or a B tier for me.
Yeah.
And again, that's one of those shows where I'm kind of like, I'm content with where it ends in season 3. I don't need any more of it.
Okay.
And will I go watch the rest of it once it's fully out? Maybe, probably, if I've got the time to. Again, I've got so many other shows on my watch list, and I've been removed from it for so long that, again, my headcanon that it ends where season 3 is, I'm like, I'm cool with it. I don't really need to see any more from that universe or those characters. Like, it is what it is at that point. But I do know, again, there's a lot of love for season 4, and people were very excited for season 5 and that sort of thing. But again, I just kind of, it took so long I lost interest. Not a negative against the show, just a negative against the rate in which Hollywood churns out things nowadays, unfortunately.
Fair. I think it kind of works though, like if you do think of it as a movie. Like if you think of it just like how much they film for the show, if you think of it as like the 5th installment in a franchise instead of like
but it's season. But each movie is like 5 movies.
It is, yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah. It's very long. I think it's worth it though. Like season 4 is my favorite season.
Interesting.
And I think season 5, it's too early to tell for me. There's too many variables at stake. It could be one of the best. It could be down there for me. I can't tell yet. But I adore season 4 a lot. It's definitely like upped the scale where it's like those first 2 seasons are very much like small town mystery, low stakes. We are now in like an Avengers level kind of show. Like it
and
is
I'm
the
not sure if I
highest
like
stakes,
that. I'm not sure if I like
world, that. Superpowers, you know, which it does work for me, but I can also understand the criticism sometimes of like we liked it when it was small scale, and that's fair. It's so close to being S for me, but there are just tiny things. There's just like little things. Like each season, there's like 3 or 4 things that hold each season back. But each season, it's a different thing that holds it back, if that makes sense. Like, it's always... So I think it's a perfect, like, A tier for me, where it's like, it's so close getting there, but it doesn't quite get there.
Okay.
The Studio. You did not watch The Studio, right? I'm assuming?
No.
You know, I'm going to give it A tier since it's only 1 season. But season 1 was perfect. It was a perfect season of TV. It was brilliant.
Okay.
Shout out to Seth Rogen. I think this is your last one that you've actually seen. So actually, let me save that for last. We'll wrap up with that. These next 2 are going to be hard for me because these are our current 2 running shows right now. Pluribus and It Welcome to Derry. I'm conflicted about these 2 because I think these are 2 potential S tier shows. I think both of these, Pluribus, by the way, is incredible. I think this is a show you'd really be into.
Okay.
This is the new Better Call Saul Breaking Bad guy.
Ah,
This is his new series, and
but that's on Apple, right?
Apple TV.
Yeah, that's the one the one streaming service I don't have access to.
This when the pilot came out for it, people were dubbing it one of the greatest pilots of all time, and I went into it being like, all right, are we being for real? And it's like, oh yeah, they were. This is pretty freaking amazing, and every episode since has kind of upped that ante. I'm going to give both it and Pluribus though the A treatment, because I don't feel comfortable giving an S tier show to a show that is not completed, that I have not fully seen yet. So these are going to be two very much like Skeleton Crew and Creature Commandos, where last year we were like, save their places, see where we're at, and then get back to you. But I can almost guarantee Pluribus is at least going to be an S tier, and it is at least a high A, because that show has also been incredible. Okay, let's wrap this up. I've kept you hostage for almost 2.5 hours. Let's wrap this.
That's okay. This is a short one.
Marvel Zombies.
Oh boy. Let's see. See. Great premise. Great premise,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is on par with What If. I think it's very much so. Again, it's the same style. Like it was one of those things again where it's like we did all this and it feels like nothing was accomplished, and it was like set up for a potential sequel, right? Am I wrong with that? And also, you could really tell that it was supposed to be a movie and not a show, and that they just spliced it into episodes because that was the only way that they would be allowed to use Spider-Man. And also maybe in a slight aspect they were held back by having to go with the pre-established What If story that they already did years ago. I think the idea of Marvel Zombies is great, but them shoehorning in like the aspects of current MCU, they didn't need to do. I think the best episode was really that first episode that focused on Riri and Kate and Kamala. I think that was the best episode because it didn't really have anything to do with current MCU. Like, yes, these were the current actors and everything like that are playing these younger characters, but they're not. It's not as important as like when they bring in Shang-Chi and they bring in the Black Widow crew and all of that. Like it felt, I don't want to say forced, but it was just like, okay, we have to like check box all of these big named characters currently, and they're more or less just, okay, what if Yelena was in a zombie apocalypse? What if Red Guardian was in a zombie apocalypse? Like, they're not very different from their counterparts outside of, with zombies now.
Okay.
And this is coming from like one of the biggest Call of Duty zombies fans on the planet. I love me some zombies, but this was not how you do it, unfortunately.
Okay. Here's my play. I'm gonna play dirty here. I'm gonna say A. I'm gonna say A because I really liked it, even though I secretly think it's B. But that gets me in the middle.
Okay, so that takes us to B.
Yeah, because I mean, I like it way more than everything in C, and like if I'm looking at B, like I like it more than. I'm looking at this. Well, I mean, I like it more than you.
You might have just answered your own question there.
I mean, I like it more than Eyes of Wakanda, which I put in B. I like it more than you. I like it more than Daredevil.
Whoa.
I had a
Whoa.
blast of zombies. I had such a blast.
Whoa.
But like, here's why. Okay, here's why I think I had such a good time with zombies.
Okay.
Because it's everything I wanted from Avengers 5. Like, that right there was exactly what I wanted. I wanted the new team of Avengers, my Kate Bishops, my Iron Hearts, my Yelenas, my Shang-Chi's, my like Red Guardians, it's everyone working together in unison, these new players. And like, that's what I was begging for. And it seems like the Avengers 5 we're getting is nothing like this.
Yes.
And I was so enamored with this world that they got to just kind of play in. Like, it did feel like me downstairs, like with my action figures, just being able to explore in that power of what Marvel can be and that power of like animation. I did think the ending felt a little weird. I'll give you that. I think it felt a little forced at the end. I wish it ended in a way, and you know, this is one of those shows I could see getting another season, comparatively to like an Ironheart, which I unfortunately don't think is getting another season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a good time with it. It's not perfect. It's not mind blowing. Do you have to watch it? No. I think it's a fun little Halloween treat, though, for me personally. Okay. That's our list.
I'm content with that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's where it stands. End of 2025.
Yeah, I'm happy with this list. It's definitely an interesting list. I'm excited to see where things stand come next year. A lot of new shows are coming down the pipe. A lot of shows are coming back. I know. Let's just see here really quickly. Hasbin will be, well, probably not Hasbin, but Invincible will be coming back. 97 will be coming back. Hello Boss will be coming back. Shogun probably coming back. Dexter Phineas Ferb coming back. The Boys, a version of Doctor Who, technically. Percy Jackson, My Adventures, hopefully. Fallout, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Resurrection. Finish those two. I don't know, like Reacher and Avatar and Darrow Dixon. Like, a lot of these are getting new seasons next season. A lot of new shows are coming out. So I'm excited to see what's around the corner. Taz, thank you for joining me on our
Thank you for having me.
100th episode journey, for joining us across the journey. Shout out with Darth for joining us as well. A huge I'm gonna take a pass on that one, unfortunately.
Lock this man up right now.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Anything you want to shout out, promo Taz? Anything you want people to go see?
Yeah, no, just wanted to say thank you for having me on for the 100th episode, and you know, sorry I've been kind of MIA recently. I'm gonna try my best to be around for Fallout season and everything. I gotta, I put the tree up for a reason. Got to use it again.
Love it.
But yeah, no, man, I loved being back. Hopefully, I'll be able to get back to my own content at some point, but I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep. Because those Dexter videos, the last 5, were supposed to be out before the end of the year, and we know that's not happening.
Compilation, just string them all together.
They'll be out eventually. They'll be out when my new desk is built, and that is not going to be for a while, probably. So yeah, but yeah, congrats on 100 episodes. Thanks for having me, and here's to the next 100.
Completely agree. Thank you so much for being here. It's a blast as always. Shout out promo stuff for the week. Pipeline this Thursday. We have another fantastic episode. We're filming it tomorrow. Zootopia 2, newest Disney movie that will be out. And then after the credits next week, we will be catching up with It, Welcome to Derry, and Flaribus. Some good stuff all around. Very excited for that. So join us for that. Again, the rest of the year is crazy. Fallout's around the corner. Hopefully Taz will be back for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it back for Fallout.
Percy Jackson's coming out. We actually launched a new show this week. I don't know if you guys call it, called Spoiler Things, directly just for Stranger Things. So stay tuned for volume 2 to drop for that, and also the final volume at the end of the year for that. That's gonna be very fun. And just again, all the shows and stuff that are coming towards the end of the year. We got some fun stuff coming out. I'm gonna wrap this up before I stop rambling, or as I stop rambling. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.